And nope. You got more? Yes. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. You gotta wipe. You gotta wipe your face. You know how to do this. Okay. All right. Um. Trying to refresh this player real quick. There we go. Up. Copy.
And now for a weather update. The polar vortex is bringing a lot of snow. Good news for a white Christmas.
All right, y'all, what's going on? It's your boy Push Play the DJ. We are live with some more college football. We got action from the Mountain West for you today. We got Colorado State heading over to Albuquerque for a matchup with the Lobos of New Mexico. Make sure you follow on YouTube, follow on Kick, follow on TikTok. Subscribe on YouTube as we're continuing to try to grow the stream and trying to grow the channel. And if you got them bets, if you a betting person like myself, let me know what them slips looking like. Let me know what the parlays is looking like. Let me know if this is the last leg that you need to cash out today. Let's beat the books. Let's have a good day. And let's have some fun, y'all.
And the land of enchantment have put on their best face for Mountain West action today on Altitude Sports. The Lobos and Colorado State Rams under crystal clear, sunny blue skies. Temperatures throughout the day will be in the high 60s to the low 70s. Barely a breath of wind. You couldn't think of a more perfect afternoon for football in November in Albuquerque. Alongside my broadcast partner, Dontrell Moore, I'm Robert Portnoy. D-Train, what about your keys to the game?
Simple right this. For the Lobos, they have to pressure with purpose, bring the heat in the critical moments. Then they have to pound, then pounce. What that means is run the football with 4.3 yards per carry. When they run the ball, everything opens up for the Lobos. They'll load the box, and they can hit them over the top with the play-action pass. For the Rams, they have to use the airways, not the roadways. On average, they're only averaging 187 yards this year in passing. They have to throw the football. They have to get it in there. And they also have to force third and long behind the chains. They have to get the Lobos behind the chains and stop them on early downs and get them off the field on third down.
There's a great shot of the interim head coach of the Colorado State Rams, Tyson Summers. Dontrell, I can think of no more difficult a task in coaching than taking over a team mid-season where its head coach has been fired and the program is struggling, and try to keep it from going off the rails. He is a very inspirational guy. I know you really enjoyed talking with him earlier this week.
Truly enjoyed the conversation with him, and you talked about the difficulties it is when your head man, your leader is fired, and then you're asked to rally the troops. He has done exactly
Coach X and the Lobos. X getting the Lobos to a getting the Lobos bowl eligible. 6 wins on the season. Colorado State struggling at 2-7 on the year.
Got the team to bowl.
Thank you for checking in, Herbie.
First season running the show. It's just been a remarkable year, and of course New Mexico looks to continue that here today. Colorado State, they won the toss. They elected to defer. The Lobos will get the ball.
Here we go.
And this kickoff is hammered 8 yards deep into the end zone
Touchback.
for a touchback. And New Mexico.
What's good, Herbie? How you feeling, brother?
Out first, looking for win number 7 and their first regular season winning record since 2016. There's a look at Lobo starting quarterback Jack Lane. Lane has been unbelievable, coming off one of his best games of his college career. You can see almost 2,000 yards passing. One of those INTs was 2 weeks ago against UNLV. It went to the house for a pick six, but he came right back on his next throw. It was an 80-yard house call to Keegan Johnson. He will be unfazed against a Rams defense that loves to bring extra pressure from everywhere all over the field. The Lobos go empty on the first play of the game, and a high throw looking for
working right now. I hear you, man.
Over the middle, and
yeah, I'm on daddy duty right now. Got baby girl with me.
Jack on that first one, he's not.
We still gonna watch this football, and we still gonna cash out today.
The Rams, offset or off guard, and what really happens with that coverage, that blitz that the Rams like to come with, you try to get them with the quick throws, the quick out routes, and just misfired right there by Mr. Lane.
Lane, nearly 69% completion rate on the year. He'll set a single-season Lobo football record if that continues at that pace. Bankston gets the carry, his first try off right tackle, up the middle across the 30, near the 31. We'll call it a gain of 5, and a third and medium coming up.
Yeah, and Damon Bankston, we know exactly what he's been to this football team, running between the tackles. The Lobos are going to try to impose their will on this Rams defense, who has struggled, giving up over 400 yards a game, and it's something they're going to try to do. They want to run the football between the tackles, and talking to Coach Slice this week, not outside where they traditionally like to go.
Nah, I feel you, bro. Oh, incomplete pass.
Looking on the edge for Keegan Johnson, and maybe threw it just a little bit behind him. Excellent coverage from Lamondre Joe, and a 3-and-out for CSU's defense.
Yeah, and Lamondre Joe, for them, he is their guy. He has 12 PBUs, which is second nationally. He's a ball hawk. He's around the ball, and just a little slip right there. And Jack Lane will want that series back. A couple of, higher throws.
3-and-out for New Mexico. Let's see what Colorado State can do on their side of the ball.
The Aussie punter of the Lobos with a high spiraling pocket punt. That'll be fair caught back at the 26-yard line, and that's where the Rams will take it over for their first possession today. Javian Kennard with the fair catch. He is a true freshman out of Nashville, Tennessee, and with changes in the backfield for CSU, he'll probably get some looks both running and catching balls out of the backfield. The quarterback for CSU is big 6'4", 2 1/4 Jackson Brousseau. Took over from incumbent starter Braden Fowler Nicolosi, midway through the year. Nicolosi has since left the team.
Damn.
Brousseau.
That was that same dude that was talking trash about Travis Hunter.
Back on October 10, he'll start in the shotgun for the first snap. They look to throw. Quick one out to the
reception.
right side. It's caught by Levon Brown. He'll turn upfield, far sideline for a first down.
I gotta see what my parlay is looking
Maybe
like.
just shy of it. Give him 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
And you see how quickly they're trying to get the ball out and get back to the line of scrimmage. And this offense has been much aligned, with all the changes. So they'll want to get off to a hot start.
Lloyd Avant, the tailback for Brousseau. And he gets the give. And he gets the first down. Up the left side to the 39. Gain of 4. Move the chains. There's the first down of the football game. Avant's a Tulsa transfer out of Humble, Texas. Had a career best 96 rush yards against UTSA. That was back in week 3 for the Rams. Twins to the right, single wide to the left. And another give. It's Avant one more time. The Lobos string him out, but he breaks 2 tackles.
Oh!
He cuts it upfield, up the far side, numbers for a first down. Pickup of 11, maybe 12 before he's brought down by Keyshawn James Newby.
And you see right here in the replay, they're going to get outside. They get everything pushed down, and then let Avant just do what he does and breaks a lot of tackle, picks up a huge gain.
They're going to set up a screen here out of the backfield to Avant, and the Lobos sniff it out. Give him 1 or 2 as he's run out of bounds on the near sideline. Nice chase by Kaiwan McCray.
And Avant is their guy as well. He's going to be called on. He's averaging, 5.4 yards per carry this season, and they feel confident with his ability. So let's see how they decide to get him in the fold today.
Justin Marshall's going to get a chance out of the backfield for the Rams. Now he's to the left of the quarterback, Brousseau. Rushed for over 70 yards against the Lobos in CSU's win in Fort Collins over New Mexico last week. There's the first time we get a chance to call Jackson X name as he brings down Marshall after a short gain. 3rd down and 5 coming up. The Lobo linebacker and son of the head coach. 13 tackles against UNLV a couple of weeks ago. And Eck at 10.6 tackles per game is 5th in all of FBS. The crowd coming alive here at University Stadium for a big early 3rd down at the New Mexico 44. Brousseau. 3-step drop. Looking for a deep ball. Single coverage down the right sideline. Incomplete.
That's a PI though.
And it looks like we're going to have pass interference. Intended for Tommy Maher, a walk-on turned scholarship player. And maybe John Johnson got there a little early.
Yeah, you see him trailing right here in the position and just has to turn around and find the ball. He's going to be there early. It's tight coverage. It's bang, bang. But if he turns and finds the ball, then he just kind of avoids running into him, and that's an easy call.
Maher having the best season of his college football career. Got a scholarship after a win against Wyoming last season that included a 53-yard touchdown catch for Maher. So set it up at the 29 of the Lobos. CSU driving on his first possession of the afternoon. Brousseau on the play fake. Rolling left. Flag out. Probably holding behind the play. Brousseau tripped up on the near sideline as he got back near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Keyshawn James Newby was definitely there and got held. The coaching staff from the CSU talked about him being someone
72 offense, 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
That they wanted to be accountable for, and you see him already wreaking havoc right there. That's the thing we'll have to watch all game, is how much he can affect this passing game and create pressure.
That's the left tackle, Christian Martin. And there's Newby coming off the right side of the Lobo defense, Dontrell.
Yeah, you see him. He's getting held. He gets outside, and he had already created the pressure. Easy call for the refs.
Motion a man and run the fly sweep. And he's tripped up right at the line of
We got
scrimmage.
some Colorado State fans in the building.
Javion Kennard. Maybe a short gain of 1 or 2. 2nd and 18 coming up. Kennard, by the way, 24 in the white. Game breaker at a 91-yard punt return touchdown against Hawaii last month.
He's dynamic. They like him a lot, Robert.
4 wide receivers set up for Brusso. Set up the screen backside. The Lobos get off their blocks and get him on the ground. Frankie Edwards and Tavian Combs are there as Tay Lanier, a former Lobo, gets his first reception for CSU today.
And they try to set up the double screen. They got the running back to the field side, and they try to throw the screen back to the boundary. And the Lobos, right where they were supposed to be, bring up 3rd and long.
3rd and 11. Big play for the New Mexico defense. CSU in 3rd and long. Lobos get pressure. It's Brett Carhu. Carhu
Big sack.
for the sack. Back at the 36. It'll be 4th and forever.
And exactly what you want if you're the Lobos. 3rd and long. You know you can pin your ears back, get down, and just get to the edge and cause the sack. And exactly what you want if you're the Lobos. And you see it right here. You know, he calls for the snap, and before he's even back in his drop step, there's pressure. Carhu right in the backfield.
Little friendly competition between the two rush ends, Carhu and James Newby, Dontrell. Carhu now with 5 sacks on the year. James Newby came in with 5.5.
What's up, Crystal?
Who's going to win that race to the finish line?
And it's definitely something they want, and it's fun. You have a friendly fire. You look over.
I see
at
we
your
got some
guy, you
Lobos
say,
in the
"All right,
building.
I'm getting to the quarterback first."
Brian Hansen's punt will be caught in the end zone. So, New Mexico touchback coming up. The Lobos will have it 1st and 10 at their 20 on the other side of the timeout. Both defense hold on the first try. Lobos with the ball next.
Dupixent continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So game days are better. Girls' days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
I need help fixing my sink.
Okay, let me find a tutorial for you. Do you have a pipe wrench?
Is this it?
Maybe I should schedule a plumber on Thumbtack.
Good call. You the man.
The new Altitude Plus is here. Nuggets and Avalanche. Your way, every game. Live featured events put matchups front and center. Countdown clocks keep you locked in. Altitude Plus puts you in control. Rewind, fast forward, watch live or on demand. And multi-view to see it all at once.
Nelson punch, let's go! Yes!
Get the new annual plan and save $40. Sign up at altitudeplus.com, then download the app today.
Welcome back to University Stadium in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Lobo football coming out of this timeout. Each offense has had an opportunity and been stopped. Mountain West football is presented by Vectra Bank Colorado. Put the financial professionals at Vectra to work for you. Big enough to count, small enough to care. Learn more at VectraBank.com, a division of Zions Bank Corporation, N.A., member FDIC.
See if the Lobos can regroup here, Robert.
Look at that start for Jason Eck. One of the greatest starts in his inaugural season as the head coach at the University of New Mexico in the program's history. The first time the Lobos are bowl eligible. Play fake. Screen. Dorian Thomas, the tight end. Gain of 2.
They're going to try to get him going They got to get Dorian Thomas going. He is the guy. He is the matchup guy. And you see it here, the screen to the boundary, and the ball does come out in the end. You can see it. Maybe they called him down, but yeah, he was definitely down as his derriere was touching the ground, so fortunate there.
Very alert. The Lobos jump on it just in case. Never assume the whistle's blown. Tight formation here for New Mexico on 2nd and 8. Bankston gets a chance. Big pickup. First Lobo first down of the game across the 30 to 32. Move the chains.
Yeah, and what you see right there is just great feet, great explosion. Keeps his feet moving. And for me, it's the vision. Again, talking to Coach Slice, the offensive coordinator, he talked about trying to run in the A and B gap, inside, not outside. And you see it there for a first down.
Lobos run some tempo. Lane's going to pull it and keep it here. And there's nothing there. It gets back to the line of scrimmage. More work for Jacob Ellis, one of the captains at linebacker for the Rams. You'll hear Owen Long's name called a lot. He wears 40 in the white jerseys for CSU today. He's the top tackler in all of college football. There he is, 12.2 tackles per game. He's a sideline-to-sideline guy, very much like the Lobos' Jackson Eck, Dontrell.
Absolutely. Both play sideline to sideline. They know where the ball's going to be. And talking to their coach, they leave him free, let him roam, and let him play football. He's that good of a football player for this Rams defense.
And he's also a coach on the field, just like Jackson Eck. Look at that backside cut for Damon Bankston on a 2nd and 10. He'll get 4, leaving 3rd and 6. Owen Long with the hit. He's an AP midseason All-American, Owen Long. 2nd team selection at the midpoint of the year. And one thing that Coach Eck talked about with regard to Damon Bankston in this game, Dontrell, he is tied for 4th in FBS in explosives. 11 plays of 30-plus yards. A lot of those catching the ball out of the backfield. They need to find unique ways to get him the ball in space.
And they talked about that. They talked about that in the bye week, being able to do that.
This is exactly that. Bankston in the flat, but no chance to turn upfield that time. A terrific tackle by Jahari Rogers from his left corner spot.
Yeah, there was just a broken play from the beginning. Jack Lane looks a little off float, floated it too much, and no time for him to catch that ball as a running back. You want to get that ball early, get it down, and obviously there was pressure. He couldn't, so you have an opportunity to stop and start, change directions, and definitely make somebody miss in the open field. But again, Lobos not able to get things going on that drive.
So Daniel Hughes in punt formation again for New Mexico. And Javian Kennard back deep for CSU. No fair catch this time. Escapes the first hit. Still on his feet. Brought down at the 26. Excellent pursuit by the Lobos. DJ McKinney with the stop. CSU football in a scoreless game on the other side.
At the University of New Mexico's Anderson School of Management, you'll find the graduate education, support, and connections to elevate your career. Apply today for one of the University of New Mexico's master's degrees in Business Administration, MBA and Executive MBA, Project Management, Accounting, Cybersecurity, and Business Analytics. High quality, affordable, flexible, online, or in person, where Lobos do business.
And now for a weather update. The polar vortex is bringing a lot of snow. Good news for a white Christmas, but just be safe getting home. This storm will be here through the night, as will I.
The greatest measure of the season is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2026 TX350 for $559 a month for 36 months.
With the Mountain West app, it's your game, your way. Designed for super fans like you, so that you'll never miss a play. We've got you covered with free access to thousands of Mountain West games, from your phone to the big screen. Stream live games, watch highlights, and unlock exclusive content anytime. Download the app today.
Mountain West Football is presented by Intermountain Health, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. By Vectra Bank Colorado, a division of Zions Bank Corporation. Learn more at vectrabank.com. And by Ford Trucks, built better, Built stronger. Built Ford tough. The Lobos have been unable to get their offense on track early. CSU gets its second chance on offense here as they take over 1st and 10 at their 27. Scoreless football game into Duke City, and nothing at all for Justin Marshall on the inside.
Once again.
And you see the coach's son right there exploding through the A gap and getting the ball done. And talking to Coach Spence this week, he talked about, the most important thing for his defense is to stop the run.
Marshall had 74 rush yards for CSU in their victory over New Mexico last year. And it's another try for the Chicago native, Justin Marshall. Brought down by Landon Williams. 3rd and short. Call it 3rd and 2 from the 35. And more tempo from CSU. Toss sweep. The Lobos blew it up. A fabulous play by Austin Brawley in the backfield. His first game since opening week at the Big House against Michigan. Has returned from the foot injury and explodes for a TFL to force a punt.
Yeah, and talking to Coach Spence, he was excited to have him back. You talked about it, the depth back there, the options. Everybody has played well, but you see him explode there and get out of it.
So DJ McKinney back to receive this punt at his 30-yard line. Brian Hansen strikes it with the right leg, and it's a boomer. Look at McKinney make the over-the-shoulder catch at the 20. He'll try to turn the corner, escapes 3 tackles, but the CSU pursuit
he would have broke that.
There. They'll give him progress to the 25-yard line.
Anybody got some parlays up? What the parlays looking like?
New Mexico back on offense in a scoreless game at University Stadium when we come back.
The power of we connects you. It looks after you. It completes your circle. And with Intermountain Health as a partner in yours, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. Because the stronger your circle, the healthier your life will be. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Congratulations to Mix 100's Jeremy, Katie, and Josh.
And Nina Blanco, who were all big winners at this year's Colorado Broadcasters Association Awards.
Jeremy, Katie, and Josh were named Best Morning Show.
As well as the best radio station personalities in all of Denver.
And our girl Nina was named the Best Afternoon Show.
Thank you for choosing live and local and listening to Mix 100, Denver's best music. Mix 100.
The new Altitude Plus is here, and it's loaded. New look, new features, new shows. Watch up to 4 feeds at once. Chat it up, talk your talk right in the app. If you live for Avalanche hockey, Altitude Plus is your season pass. What are you waiting for?
Let's go, baby! Sign up at altitudeplus.com.
The Mountain West flexing its muscle in 2025. You can see already 6 teams bowl eligible. Utah State sits at 5 victories. They could get bowl eligible this weekend. The Lobos among those teams with just 2 or fewer conference losses, thinking much bigger now. First opportunity for true freshman quarterback of the Lobos, Toa Faavai. Direct snap as he tries the left side and picks up a couple, and flags come out late. There he is. From a storied program, De La
After the play was
Salle.
over, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 51. Offense, Phillies half the distance to the goal from the dead ball spot. It's second down.
That's Malik Alian, the Lobos left tackle.
Yeah, just a little overzealous, right? You get there and maybe one of the guys is picking on you, and I know those things.
What's up, pizza?
You want to get him back, but they always catch the second guy, so just have to be aware. No penalties and get back into it. Maybe we get a look here at the top of the screen. You see him just actually working hard to me, and then when he's down, he lands on him, and that's where the call is. He throws him down and then lands on him, and that's where the call is.
He
like that.
threw linebacker Jasim Mitchell to the turf here at University Stadium. So Eck in the gun on a 2nd and 22. Lane steps up in the pocket. Now rolls to his right.
Oh.
Deep ball near side.
Oh. And he's still going.
30, did he step out?
Oh, he went out of bounds?
We'll see if they mark
Oh, I thought he was
it
still
out.
going. That's when we went to the house.
Smith, the true freshman, to the 43 of CSU.
And that's a just spectacular play right there. You see it right here on the replay. You see Jack Lane just says, hey, he flicks him a little left wrist and says, get upfield, and he just lobs it in there and drops it in the bucket spectacularly. That's why you like Lane. That's where he shows his improvement as a passer.
Gain of
That's
44
good, man.
now.
Good as nice weather over there for you.
Straight up the middle, brought down by Owen Long. Solid pickup of 5. 2nd and 5.
And I think that's the maturation for me watching Lane this year. You know, from the game controller, manager, knows to now being confident in his feet, confident in his arm, making those throws. Not saying that he wasn't capable, but now they're happening on a regular basis where he's making scramble throws, and it's just perfection personified on that throw.
The longest catch of Ziel Smith's career, the 7th for the true freshman this season, goes officially for 43. In the zone read, DJ McKinney gets the carry, and a flag comes out as he spills forward for a yard or 2.
Yeah, it's probably in there where they're holding or hands to the face. A lot goes on in the trenches.
Holding, number 78, offense, 10-yard penalty, replay 2nd half.
So they get one of the captains, Richard Pierce, the left guard.
Yeah. After
Yeah,
this,
a lot of those things are happening when you're.
I might take a little break and
again,
then I'll come back and then we'll finish up dispatch.
Going to hold, but when you flat back him and then you stand on top of him, essentially they're going to say it's holding if he's trying to get out. But that was just a good pancake block in my opinion. But the reality is it's holding. You got to play how the refs are going to call it.
Head coach Jason X probably heard from referee Nolan Dumas a little bit too much for his liking here in the early portion of this game. That was intended to be a little flip to the tight end, and instead, Lane will throw late, looking for Keegan Johnson on the far sideline and throw high.
There's a shovel pass. That's where the outside guy comes underneath and you're rolling away from, where the defense is, and you shovel it underneath, just a shovel pass. And they had penetration. It was doomed from the very beginning. He tried to just kind of throw it away and make something out of nothing.
Looked like Dorian Thomas couldn't get disengaged.
Yeah, maybe they were holding him underneath. Couldn't
number
find an
3.
avenue.
Yeah, Thomas number 3 in all of FBS among tight ends in receptions and receptions per game. Nearly 5 catches
Yeah, we
in
can.
contest.
We can do that tonight.
3rd and 15.
That's cool.
Deep one near
Well,
side.
deep.
Keegan Johnson.
Oh, he dropped
Perfect
it.
throw. And Keegan Johnson just had one go
That was
right
sick.
through his hands. We haven't seen that all season, Dontrell. That could have been a house call.
Yeah, and he is their guy. He is the guy. We haven't seen that all season. You just see him take his eye off it late, and again, a drop of a dime. He dropped that perfectly. Beat Bella, Jace Bella, who's been playing really well. 4 interceptions on the year for Colorado State, and just he'll want that back.
Bella's a guy who didn't even travel the first couple of weeks of the year, but CSU has had such injury issues. He's emerged 4 interceptions over the last 4 games for CSU, and he was beaten on that play. Daniel Hughes with a beautiful pin punt, perfectly directed, outstanding hang time. Chris Gant Jr. underneath it to catch it inside the 5. It is the 4th perfect pin punt for
Well,
Hughes
this is
season.
college football. This is the
He
Mountain
has
West
been
Conference.
A magician with that, Dontrell.
Absolute magician, and it's also what you're trying to do.
The team in red is New Mexico, the University of New Mexico.
Gunners who are the outside
And they're
guys
playing
who
Colorado
run
State
down
University.
there and find time to catch that ball. And if he gets it up high and they get a time to turn their back to the goal line and catch it, that's exactly what you practice. That's what you work on. And when it works, it pins the team deep just like this. And now you have to try to keep him down here and play the field position.
Love to force a 3 and out down in this part of the field. Brusso in the gun in the end zone for this shotgun snap. Lobos all over it.
Oh, it is?
Nothing at all for Lloyd Avant.
I should ask. I should ask to see if we can show the CFL.
And when you think about like running the football, what it takes to run the football, you have to have collective effort, push. Then you have to have precision. It's so much to run the football. But then when you have a defense like the Lobos who fly around and their emphasis is stopping the run, it's just hard to do.
Brusso's first start was against Washington State in Game 4 back on September 27. He's been the lead signal caller for CSU since that time. They show fly sweep motion, instead handed off inside, and Avant is tripped up. The Lobos get penetration. Really nice work there, diving at his ankles to knock him down by Dimitri Johnson. And Dimitri comes up a little shaken up, Dontrell.
Yeah, it looks like he was like when he darted through the middle there and maybe a rib. I don't want to speculate. We'll maybe get a look at it here, but you look at it and you're wondering, he couldn't get off the field, so hopefully he's okay.
The Santa Rosa Junior College transfer Dimitri Johnson and returning Lobo had a career-high 14 tackles on the road against San Diego State last season. Has dealt with injury this year, has come back from that. 77 tackles for the Lobos a season ago for Dimitri Johnson.
Yeah, I mean, if you can handle it, then I don't see what the problem is.
At the linebacker position, the Lobos obviously in a pass defense scenario here. 3rd and 5 from their own 9 for CSU. Brusso in the shotgun with Avant, the tailback to his right. He drops the snap. Brusso is going to be nailed by Keyshawn James Newby back at the 5-yard line. And CSU will be punting out of its own end zone.
Yeah, just a mishap right there. And if you're the Lobos, it probably was going to be bottled up from the beginning, but he took his eye off the snap. It was a low snap and then gets hit by the running back, as you can see there, and just picks it up and lives to fight another day. And now exactly what happened. If you're the Lobos, you get the 3 and out. Now you have an opportunity for your dynamic punt returner, DJ McKinney, to maybe take one to the house, and you change field position for sure.
So the punter Hansen, who's already boomed a 49-yarder today, stands in his own end zone. He's going to hit a low bouncing kick that kicks straight up in the air and then trickles
forward. What a bounce
for
CSU.
McKinney has to let that one go. It'll roll all the way inside the 30 down to the 28. Very effective punt.
So Colorado State isn't doing too good.
Certainly did.
They have only 2 wins on the season with 7 losses.
He got 20 yards.
They fired their head coach in the middle of the season.
If you're a Ram.
So this coach that they're showing right now, he's the interim head coach.
Hansen right now 2nd in all the
New
Mountain
Mexico,
West in punting average,
on the other hand, are doing really good. They're both eligible, which means that they already have 6 wins on the season.
There's Jack Lane,
So they're 6-3,
signal caller,
and they're trying to get win number 7, which will be the last time
Coach Jason Eck
they've had a winning season in about 9 years.
Came with that staff to Albuquerque and UNM. He says he has fallen in love with the Duke City, and they have fallen in love with him.
No.
Motion to tight end Keith. Direct snap here to Damon Bankston. Bank up the left side for a pickup of 7, maybe even 8, brought down at the 37 as we bring the first quarter to a close here in Albuquerque. Lobos nothing, CSU nothing. New Mexico's Brett Carhu off the corner for a big sack.
They play today.
I could get used to this.
Me too.
Whether it's a
We're ranked number
staycation,
15 in the country,
or that adventure you've been dreaming about for years,
we play
there's something
NC
special
State,
about making it happen together.
and I
You
hope
save with
we
intention.
win.
Even the smallest moments feel big. At Ducenda Credit Union, we're here to help you create the moments that matter most.
it's not. It's not that I'm not confident. It's just that I don't know what team gonna show up this week. So, you know, I mean, we like, and then the NC State is a team that they're not that good, but you can't look over them. They can be any team.
Oh no, it's closed.
What about my letter?
Hey, Lexus, call Uncle Brian.
Uncle Brian.
To the North Pole?
Grandpa! Oh no!
The greatest measure of the season
He did get my letter.
is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
Get special offers on select Lexus NX models.
Want to talk Mountain West football with a friend? Just tell Siri, call Jesse on speakerphone.
Damon Bankson gets the carry here on 2nd and short. The ball has come out. CSU thinks they have it. And they do. The first big sudden change play of the contest. Andrew Lorick jumps on the football, one of the D linemen for Colorado State.
Yeah, you always know when games are close or tight or you're a favorite. If you're gonna turnovers are gonna change the game. You see him, and that ball's out early. Just dislodges as he's kind of turning toward his back, and that's a clear fumble.
Second time that CSU is in plus territory. The last time the Lobos used the TFL to get off the field and force a punt. A change at quarterback here for Colorado State. Darius Curry fires a strike to the tight end Rocky Beers. Beers picks up 10 and a first down to the New Mexico 29.
And that's just what Beers does. We've highlighted and talked about him. He just goes out there like a basketball player, turns around, boxes out, and just shields everybody off and catches the pass from Curry.
The CSU offense gets a little different look when Curry is in there. They'll run the RPOs with him at 5'10", 185, a swifter quarterback than Brusso.
And ooh!
Justin Marshall absolutely gets blown up. Mercury Swain, the St. Francis transfer, lays the lick.
Man, you can see it right here in this replay. Just flies through the lane. Play recognition. You know your gap responsibility, and then you explode through the line. And that's exactly what he was able to do on that play.
That's just a nuclear engineer who's also a really good football player.
Yep.
How about that? Split backfield for Curry here. Curry's a redshirt freshman, by the way, out of Poly High in Long Beach, Southern California.
My Raiders are doing bad.
Throw on the out, but a nice diving catch by Tay Lanier, the former Lobo, is going to pick up 10 and make it 3rd and 1.
And in talking to Coach,
I think they've only won like 2 games this season.
And they both, like you said, bring something different to the table. You see Curry there just getting the ball out early, feels like he's confident in his throws, and makes a great throw to the outside there. Lobos have to tighten up their coverage and bring something here on on 3rd and short.
The Rams having
the Eagles are the Eagles.
Here.
They keep winning.
Is down to 10.
You know,
it's like they've gotten it figured out, and they're going to hand it off to Avon.
Ooh, big stop.
Buried. Jackson Eck, the Lobos' defensive MVP, sniffed it out.
He really did right there. They were kind of in trouble from the very beginning and discombobulated with their play call and personnel. And you see on the replay there just multiple people, including the captain, that exploded through that line and was able to get in.
I don't think the Packers are serious, man.
Going forward on 4th and short inside the 20.
Nothing at all. Boston Brawley again. The Ohio transfer for another TFL.
Lobo's happy to have him back in the lineup.
Kansas City this year, they're actually pretty mid.
He was like, hey, I'll meet you at the ball
In our
area.
conference, I mean, in our division, the best team right now is the Broncos.
On that 4th and
I hate that.
Short, and they were running sideways, Robert. You know when you're playing football and you
the Patriots are good and the Colts are good too.
A straight line. When you get going sideways, that's good.
I think the Patriots are like 8-2.
Direct snap to Avant, and Austin Brawley read it like a book. He has been itching to get back on the field. The last couple of weeks have just been a return to conditioning, to playing condition. He's been healthy, and he's just been tormented, and now he's back. And he's going to get this year back because of the injury, Dontrell. The Lobos look forward to having him in 2026.
Yeah, happy for him and happy for the Lobos for him.
Yeah, forget the Broncos. The Broncos are trash. I don't like it.
Sacked back inside the 20-yard line. The first big TFL and negative play for the CSU defense. That's DeAndre Gill Jr., Richard Jr. out of Seattle, Washington.
And if you're Jack right there, you just got to have your clock, right? Your clock is knowing and feeling 2, 4, 1,000, 5, 1,000, 2, whatever it is, and get that ball out of there. He's lucky that he didn't fumble that. Typically, when you hold on to the ball right there, someone's going to strip that, and he held on to it.
Twins to the left, single wide to the right. The tight end is Thomas as they motion Miller across the formation and hand it off to McKinney. And CSU getting penetration again. Nothing doing. Jernias to Fia. Their nose tackle, the Washington State transfer celebrating. Getting into the backfield there, D-Train.
Yeah, just penetration again. Much aligned about the 2 touchdown favorite, the 2-17. This is a team that wants to play football. This is a team that has beaten the Lobos 13 straight times, right? So they're going to play football. Lobos have to figure out and match whatever's going on right now.
The last win over CSU for UNM, 2009.
I wonder if Johnny Gargano and Miz will ever not be unhappy about the Browns. No.
Three-man pressure for Lane all the time in the
Listen, fans like myself,
this is Bankston.
Miz,
breaks it,
and Gargano.
A huge conversion on
I think even like Dolph Ziggler.
Give him 16
like Seth Rollins with the Bears. Stick with the team, man, through good and bad.
Players and let him do his thing, and that's exactly what he did. Maybe that play will calm the Lobos down. They kind of settle into this offense, but you see the explosion and the playmaking ability right there for Mr. Bankston.
Lobos love to go tempo after a big play, and Bankston gets the carry for 3 to the 40. Damon Bankston, 122 receiving yards 2 weeks ago against UNLV, Dontrell. That's the most ever by a running back in receiving yards in Lobo football history. Sam Scarber had the previous record of 119. It had stood since 1968.
Unbelievable. You just see his dynamic playability. You see that you can get him the ball in a multitude of ways. And talking to Coach Slice, the offensive coordinator for the Lobos, they wanted to figure out multiple ways to get him the football.
Flood the pattern with 5 and go back shoulder to Keegan Johnson. Couldn't get disengaged from Lamont to get to that fade throw from Lane. Nearly a big pickup for UNM.
Yeah, just a little off for me today, Mr. Lane, on a couple.
And I think he likes the Lakers too.
Shoulder, you want to put it within the framework. The objective is it's going to be tight coverage. You throw it short so your receiver can make the play and come back. And that's what he was trying to do, but just a little off.
The Lobos feel just a little off early on, Dontrell. Like the first time all season that they have something to lose here playing today instead of just letting it rip.
Yeah, and sometimes that happens, Robert, with the bye week, and sometimes that happens.
4-man pressure here. Lane fires, caught. Keegan Johnson, first down, turns it upfield near sideline.
I think Dolph likes the Browns too.
I remember asking Coach Eck, talking to him this week.
I think he's also from Ohio.
Both teams just,
I could be wrong.
What happens in a bye week? How do you stay sharp? And sometimes after you've been playing well, you have the Nevada win, you have the Utah State win, you have the UNLV win, and then it all comes to a halt. You have to kind of work your way back into game intensity, game energy, and maybe that's kind of what's happening right now.
Great conversation with Keegan Johnson earlier this week, Dontrell. He came to UNM for opportunity. From Iowa to K-State to New Mexico. He's having the season of his life here in the Duke City. Lane's going to touch
Lane's running.
Take off straight up the field for a first down and more. Gain of 12 to the 40-yard line. The Lobos are in CSU territory for the first time today.
Yeah, a couple of downs you see on the replay, just decisive decision making for Mr. Lane there. Gets down and picks up the first down. And that's the theme. It's not always about dropping your. It's not always about dropping your passes. There, what can you do with your feet and make decisive decisions to pick up a first down?
Again, tempo and penetration. Just see Mitchell in the backfield.
Yeah, the Patriots are doing really good. I will say that.
So far, when the Lobos have gone tempo, it has not worked.
Yeah, and it's a change of pace, right? You're trying to trick them, but what happens if you make the change of pace and you go tempo, you have to have the right call. And like you said, to your point, just hasn't worked at this time. And this is the part of the field where a trick play is probable.
Nothing there for Bankston on that carry. McKinney is the tailback for Lane this time. Trips to the right. Yeah, the tight end. Instead, he's going to go over the
wide open
crosser. It's Keegan Johnson. Johnson down to the 16-yard line.
And Johnson just continuing his ways. You see her on the replay, surveying, waiting, and just throws a strike over the middle of the field on the deep end. What you want to do is get everybody looking at one way and then come back out the next.
A gain of 25. This one intended for Ziel Smith. And Lane and Smith can't make the connection. A flag is out. Wonder if CSU might have jumped. Could that have been a free play?
There are 2 fouls in the play, both by the defense. Offside, number 11. That penalty is declined. Illegal substitution. 12 players on the field at the snap. Also number 11. It's a 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So the Lobos will have 1st and 5 at the 11.
Yeah, you see 11 is trying to run off the field and he's confused. And I get back off, do I get back in? And see him on the top of the screen there. Great replay to see.
Lobos go heavy here. 1st and 5 at the 11 from the pistol. McKinney gets the carry. McKinney has room. Look at the Lobos move the pile. It'll be a first down and more. 1st and goal down to the 3. That's a gain of 8 for DJ McKinney.
And that's what they said they wanted to do, right? Get in maybe 22 personnel, right? Get into a heavier personnel down in here and able to do that. And you see it, right? There's double tight end and you just get behind the big guys right there. And then you just got the rugby scrum and you just keep pushing and get inside the 5.
You've got Mappa and Keith and Thomas, 3 tight ends out there. In addition, big Jamar Tassi leading the way.
Touchdown!
To the goal line. Is he in? He's just short.
Oh.
You see the offensive line right there. They're just pumped up. Jamar Tassi and company, they're just driving people off the ball, and they're like, run it back. Let's do this. Let's get it going.
2nd and goal from the 1. Again, heavy jumbo look. McKinney the tailback. He'll get the carry. And DJ is in.
Touchdown to Lobos.
From 1 yard out. Mexico's in front 6-0.
Yeah, and there's no nonsense right there, right? We're going to get our big guys. We're going to get double tight end, get 3 running backs, get the extra linemen in there. We're going to get behind the pads of our guys and follow them in. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. That's exactly hard-nosed football. And you see it right here on the replay. Just get down, get low, blow your guy up, and McKinney's behind in there for a touchdown.
12-play, 77-yard, 6-minute and 11-second clock heater. A behemoth of a drive, capped off by the 1-yard plunge from McKinney. Luke Triswicki strikes the PAT.
PAT good.
And with that point,
Lobo strike first.
Has tied the New Mexico record for scoring by a kicker. Lobo 7, CSU 0 on Altitude Sports.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford Crew, Black Friday.
Initiating great time to buy sequence.
Black Friday deals engaged.
Nah, we can't put the Alabama game on. Only reason why we don't have the copyrights for the Alabama game. We can only show the ones that we have rights to. Well, thank you for the follow. Please also make sure you subscribe to the YouTube.
The Ford year-end sales event. Get 0% limited term APR financing with 0 down payment and 0 payments for up to 90 days on a 2025 Ford F-150.
Advil liquid gels are faster and stronger than Tylenol rapid release gels. Also from Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical with
like I said,
pain fighting.
if we don't have the if we don't get the rights to show the game,
up to 8 hours.
Can't do it. They gave us the rights to show this game, so that's why we're showing this game.
Important things aren't worth compromising.
So any SEC games, 9 times out of 10, we're not gonna be able to show it because ESPN.
The power of we is all for one. It's all for you. It's always there for you. It completes your circle. It says you've got a team even when you're out there alone. And with Intermountain Health in your circle, you'll always have the care you need to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
A nice look at University Stadium here in Albuquerque. The bowl-eligible Lobos, for the first time since 2016, have taken a second-quarter lead on Colorado State. Mountain West football is brought to you by Vectra Bank Colorado. Put the financial professionals at Vectra to work for you. Big enough to count, small enough to care. Learn more at VectraBank.com. A division of Zion Bank Corporation, N.A., member FDIC. There's a look at the touchdown maker, DJ McKinney. It was his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. How about the Mountain West standings, Dontrell? It is wide open. We know that a 2-loss team will make the Mountain West championship game because San Diego State and Boise State play this week.
Yeah, it's incredible, the toughness of this league. The standings, you see everyone feels like they have an opportunity. Earlier, you showed the demographic, or the graphic of how many are bowl eligible, and now you see how close it is at the top. So just a lot of good football being played in the Mountain West.
A short kick here from Grant Glasgow will be fair caught. And CSU's Rocky Beers hauls it in to set up the Colorado State possession. You can see the massive drive for the Lobos to take the 7-0 lead. 12 plays, 77 yards, more than 6 minutes of clock time. Chewed up half of the second quarter.
And how they did it, right? Multiple different options. You had Jack Lane using his feet. You had DJ McKinney getting in there. You had Bankston with a huge third down that we talked about, undressing a guy on the outside and picking up the first down. You had Keegan Johnson catching balls over the middle. And again, the Lobos look like they settled in to that offensive possession there.
Brusso back at quarterback. Tries to drop one in the bucket there to the tight end Beers. A little too strong. Beers from the Air Force Academy to Florida International and now to CSU.
And again, just a change at quarterback. Again, what you want to see is the guy who's going to be most comfortable in that position, comfortable with his arm, and comfortable with decision making.
4 wide receivers set up here for Brusso.
False start, 78. False start, number 78. Offense, 5-yard penalty. Still second down.
Aaron Karras, the right tackle, jumped. Starting his 10th straight game. The offensive line has undergone serious turnover for Colorado State. They were outstanding a year ago, just 10 sacks allowed, 4th in all of FBS, but they lost 3 of their starters who departed and another Tanner Morley was hurt early in the year with a season-ending injury. It's been a completely remade O-line. Lobos bringing pressure on Brusso. Here he gets it out in time and fires his strike.
No.
Caught at the 27-yard line by Kojo Antwi. 3rd and long coming.
And you're right, Robert, talking about that offensive line. They're only returning one starter from last year, and they've already given up 25 sacks, whereas you noted only gave up 10 a season ago. Definitely a place of worry for the Colorado State Rams.
Big 3rd down for the CSU offense. Can they stay on the field? Brusso feeling some pressure. Rolling to his right. He'll throw it away. He was being chased by Xavier Slayton, and the Rams will have to punt it away.
Yeah, coverage for me right there was spectacular. Not a lot of pressure, nowhere to go. But again, you drop 6 or 7 underneath, and you only bring 4. Nowhere to go. The Lobos had it bracketed underneath on top, and that's what you want for team defense. Complementary football is, a lot of coaches talk about where your offense does this, and you get your defense on the field, and they stop them, and you punt, and then you go down and score a touchdown. That's complementary football, and the Lobos are doing that in this second quarter.
This feels like that area in the field where a punt return is possible. They punt short again, though, and DJ McKinney has to get his teammates out of the way. And Hansen appears to have perfected that low bouncing punt. Really enjoyed a conversation with Daniel Hughes, the Lobo punter, about that particular type of punt. We're headed to break. It looks like it might be CSU's ball when we come back. 5:19 to go.
What's that song about gangsters moving all sneaky like?
Real G's move in silence like lasagna. You wrote it.
What? For real? Spin that.
Now playing on Amazon Music.
Real G's move in silence like lasagna.
All right.
The new Altitude Plus is here. Nuggets and Avalanche. Your way, every game. Live featured events put matchups front and center. Countdown clocks keep you locked in. Altitude Plus puts you in control. Rewind, fast forward, watch live or on demand. And multi-view to see it all at once.
Nelson Funds, Landis, go! Yes!
Get the new annual plan and save $40. Sign up at altitudeplus.com, then download the app today.
Outdoor TV will never be the same thanks to the new Game and Fish TV.
Now that's what we're talking about!
It's all free, all adventure, all the time.
Oh, it's amazing.
World-class outdoor TV for free.
What's not to like?
No one saw this coming, except, well, us. And maybe him.
I want a river dance so bad up here.
Game and Fish TV. All free, always. Watch now on GameandFishTV.com and your favorite streaming platforms.
5:19 in the second quarter.
We're back at University Stadium, and they have already done a replay review while we were in break. That angle does not show you definitively, but we do have one that does, and it clearly did not hit the foot. This one shows you definitively it did not hit the foot of Frankie Edwards. You can see that it misses his foot as it lands right there.
Yeah, and it's clear. And they already made the call, Lobo football, but, they look at it, they get it right, and that's what you want. From
100%.
replays, you want them just to get it right. What's unfortunate sometimes is when the play on the field is contrary and it has to be opposite. You have to have indisputable evidence, and that's when sometimes it can get hazy.
Way to go to our crew on Altitude Sports. Our replays help them get it right. Fantastic work. Jack Lane pulls it. And he goes straight up the field for 4. 2nd and 6 at the 21.
And that's a wrinkle, Robert. With Lobstein out, they were doing that, pulling it. With Lane, they haven't really pulled it aside from the big 58-yard run in the last home game. But just a wrinkle to keep CSU safe or keep them aware and honest. Thank you of what they're doing if he's going to pull it. And we'll see if that comes back at all to be a big play for the Lobos.
You referenced the Lobos dual threat quarterback James Lopestino had a big game against UNLV 2 weeks ago. out injured today. That's why we saw Toa Fa'avai get a chance as a second quarterback, running a similar package to what Lopesine was running.
And he can run. They love what he brings to the table. And if he ever gets out the backside, it's over.
One of the 3 fastest players on the Lobo roster, they say.
Think about that.
Scott Trey Humphrey got a chance right there between the tackles. And there wasn't much there.
Yeah, you see the discrepancy on that last graphic. 161 yards for the Lobos to 63 for the Rams. Lobos imposing their will. Just definitely want to be able to put another touchdown or another point on the board if you're the Lobos. 3rd and 6 here. Just inside 4 minutes left till intermission. Lane steps up, looking for Keegan Johnson.
Oh!
A little too high. Excuse me. Ziel Smith, the intended target there. Incomplete.
Yeah, had a little pressure off the edge right there. That's a throw that Jack Lane can make, and he'll want back. Got to just give him an opportunity to go up and make a grab. If it's a little shorter, he can go up maybe 2 hands and try to make that catch.
So Daniel Hughes going to look to air one out here. The Lobo punter. Javian Kennard back to receive for Colorado State.
Really good punt.
Hughes drops one at the 27, kicks ahead near the 25. And that's where Colorado State will take over 1st and 10 with just over 3.5 minutes left till break.
And there you see the punt right there by Hughes that didn't do what the Colorado State punter did. It didn't kind of checked up, but it came back. Whereas the other 2 for the Colorado State punter went and rolled out another 10 or 15 yards. Again, that's the beauty of those punts, and then also, you know, the unknown, what you're going to do.
Okay.
Still
what it's going to do. Sorry.
Punt.
Yeah, great punt. It's a great punt. I was specifically talking about what it does when it hits the ground to make it go from, you know, a 40-yard punt to sometimes a 60-yard punt.
No question. That one will net 53 yards for Hughes. Brusso fires. It's caught. Out of bounds, far sideline. Tay Lanier. He was at New Mexico back in 2021. He transferred to CSU from Northern Arizona in Flagstaff. He was there for a couple of seasons. There's a look at Tay Lanier. Started his career as a Lobo out of Poly High in Long Beach. 2nd and 4. Marshall gets a try. Give him 2. 3rd and 2 coming up.
And Marshall, their guy, you know, all the people, you know, with Dupree being gone, Avant, Marshall, and Kennard, he has averaged 6.3 yards per carry on the season. Had the highest yards per carry of any of the running backs in that group. And talking to Coach Summer, he thought that was a group that could do a lot for him.
No Jalen Dupree, left the team on Thursday this week. Their top rusher at more than 500 yards this season. He'll enter the portal. Justin Marshall, pedigreed back himself. Doak Walker, watch list guy coming into the year. There's still talent in that backfield.
Absolutely.
It's Marshall. Short. Late flag. Jackson Eck, Tavian Combs converts on the tailback.
Personal foul, face mask, number 12, defense. 15-yard penalty at the end of the play, and automatic. First down.
That really hurts. That's away from the tackle, off the play on the edge, and John Johnson caught for a personal foul.
Yeah, just probably got his hands to the face mask. You can see right here he comes in and just tries to get off of his guy, and he's being blocked. That's the crazy thing. He's kind of being blocked and grabs a guy's face mask. Interesting call out on the edge that had nothing to do with the play.
A drive extender for CSU at the 2:20 mark here, late 2nd quarter. Brusso in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers into the pattern. Lobos get some pressure. Brusso will get it away late. Big, bad Brian Booker. Turned 22 yesterday. Book into the backfield. And Brusso up a little gimpy.
Yeah, had a little... was able to spend some time with them in the last game when you know, at UNLV, and you see the athletic ability of the big man can move and get around, and you see him right there getting off the tackle or getting off the block and creating the pressure there.
6'3", 225. Transferred from Texas Southern. The switch at quarterback, Darius Curry comes back. 67% completion rate for Curry so far this season. Did a nice job when he entered the game earlier. Play fake and he'll throw here. They set up the screen to the tight end Beers, and Beers out of bounds far side. On a 2nd and 10 play, he'll get about half of it.
This is the 2-minute timeout.
3rd and 5 coming up. Two-minute timeout. New Mexico and CSU. You can see Jackson Brusso shaking up on this play here. They've gone to Curry at quarterback.
You're a fan. You've noticed the Lobos are looking good this year. Epic media days. Killer intro videos. Meet the team behind your team. Half-Life has been the top commercial production company in New Mexico for over 20 years, bringing Hollywood's production values to the Southwest top brands. Half-Life is proud to be the official production company partner of the Lobos. Half-Life, serve the story.
Hold on to every memory this time of year and make it another December to remember, because the greatest measure of the season is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2026 RX 350 for $509 a month for 36 months.
Hold on to every memory this time of year and make it another December to remember, because the greatest measure of the season is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2026 TX 350 for $559 a month for 36 months.
Back at University Stadium in a very important 3rd and 5 here at the 2-minute timeout, late second quarter. CSU trying to extend the drive in New Mexico territory, trailing by a touchdown. Curry, the quarterback. Curry fires. Knocked down by Drew Speech. Terrific pass breakup for Speech as he reached out in front of Tommy Maher and poked it away.
And what he did really well right there was wait for the last second. Try not to get that hand or that body where they'll call pass interference at the last second. And you see here on the replay, just a great ball, but a great timing by Speech to knock that out at the last second.
So much traffic there on the replay, Dontrell. How did Drew Speech even know the ball was coming? It's amazing what they do in real time with bodies flying everywhere.
Oh, it's a special thing. But they work at it. They train at it, and they prepare themselves for the moment.
Little
And then
pooch
they
kick.
just have to go out and execute.
Oh! Almost had a touch. Almost had that at the 2-yard line.
Hands of a CSU team made it into the end zone for the touchback.
And it looked like Brawley tried to maybe snag that out of the air. I hope they don't kind of, I'm not sure if he touched it or not, but he was going to try to grab that.
.146 on the game clock. New Mexico football with the Lobos on top 7-0.
And here we get a look at that last play, Robert, on the punt return where it's kind of doing again. He's mastered that kind of head over toe over, kick where it just flickers and goes down, and probably maybe tried to get his hand on it to save some field position.
1st and 10. Lane at quarterback. Looking to throw. Just 3-man pressure here from CSU. Jack will step up. He's got McKinney down the sideline.
Oh, he's gone.
McKinney to midfield. McKinney lost his footing at the 47. Pick up a 33.
Again, that's been a theme in this second quarter where he's improvising. He breaks the tackle or the tackle box, the line of scrimmage, and drops it in there right before he passes it in a huge gain.
Again, CSU passive, just rushing 3. So Lane's going to take off, dive ahead near the 39. Gain of 7. Clock shows 120, 119, 118. Lobos with their full allotment of 3 timeouts.
Welcome back.
McKinney nailed in the backfield. Kenyon Agers.
He was just unblocked off the edge. You have the zone that goes away from the the end man and line of scrimmage. They're not going to block him. That's just what it's designed to do.
Charge from out of half. New Mexico. 30 seconds.
But if you're the running back, you have to feel that and know and get up the field.
Agers from Inglewood High in the LA Basin. What a season for Jack Lane, the Lobo signal caller. There's a look at Tyson Summers, the interim head coach of Colorado State. And yet,
31 minutes away from
2
my
seasons as a head man at Georgia
stop. What?
Southern. Was fired mid-year of the second season there. Promoted from defensive coordinator back on October 19 when Jay Norvell, the head coach for CSU, was let go. It's his second stint at Colorado State. He was a defensive coordinator under Mike Bobo back in 2015. Tyson Summers.
Yep, and his philosophy is rally the troops.
Out route here. Beautiful hands catch by Keegan Johnson at the 36. Very close to a first down. They're going to give him the line to gain. Move the sticks.
And that's just the understanding and experience from Keegan there to get to where he needs to get and catch that ball. And I think about what you were saying real quick about Coach Summers is just he took his team meetings to the locker room, right? He said, I wanted to get them in a space where I could create a different atmosphere, a different rhetoric, a different perspective of what's going on in the locker room, create a better team atmosphere than maybe a negative one, and he's tried to do that.
Lane on the design quarterback draw will take off, pick up a first down, give him 11 to the 26. Lobos hurrying up.
Yeah, I remember you were saying.
Down to 35 ticks here at the end of the second quarter.
The previous plays under further review.
Maybe the spot.
Yeah, exactly. Is it a first down?
Right. Where was his knee when he kind of goes down into that giving himself up position? If you go forward, right, then it's where the ball is. If you slide, then it's also where the ball is, but it's a yard or two behind.
Probably a penalty.
Let's see where Jack Lane goes down.
Judging by that replay, he might be a little short. Seeing if his knee was closer, down around the 28 as opposed to the 25, but we'll see.
Mentioned that Lane's having a tremendous season, Dontrell. How about 77% completions in consecutive weeks? This, the design quarterback draw. They've given him progress to the 26.
Yeah, and it could be like the 27, maybe the 28, or or maybe they got it right, but we'll have to take a look again. Or see how they look at it and see what they decide.
One more peek. He needs to get inside the 27 to have a first down.
And I do think he's a little short of the 26 that they gave him. Based on that last replay, was a really good one to see kind of what was going on there.
It does appear that the line to gain is short of the 26, though.
Right.
If he got halfway between the 27 and the 26, it might still be a first down.
Right.
We told you earlier that Lane's 68.4% completion rate this year would be a New Mexico single-season record. You know well the man who holds the current mark, Dontrell. Your quarterback from back in 2005, Cole McCamey, completed 62.5% of his passes that year. Actually, 62.3 to be exact.
Yeah, I do. And We'll take a look again really quick at this replay, and that looks 27-ish, maybe half a yard short. We'll see what they're deciding. Again, they're going to take a look at these things, and sometimes it can take some time, but they want to get it right and be precise on what they decide to do.
It'll either be 1st and 10 or 2nd and very short.
After review, the runner was down at the 26.5-yard line at 2nd and 1. The chains were incorrectly stretched. By rule, this situation qualifies for a 10-second runoff. New Mexico has elected to take their second charge time out of the half to avoid the runoff. The game clock operator, please, is at the game clock to 46 seconds. 4-6, please.
Wow, that cost the Lobos a timeout, and that's through no fault of their own.
Thank you. It will start on the snap.
That's a tough break.
Those are the rules.
And did notice that those chains were late getting moved up.
No.
They call that rub of the green on the golf course, don't they?
It just happens, exactly. Those guys do a great job in general, and occasionally you're a little behind, and it cost the team a timeout or cost the team a situation. I'm sure they'll get it fixed up and won't affect the game.
Obvious choice there to take the timeout and preserve the 10 seconds. The Lobos still have one timeout remaining, so it'll be 2nd and about a half yard. Empty backfield here for Lane. 5 wide receivers set up on 2nd and short, and Lane will be sacked. Jeremy Nayborn Owens.
And final, charge them out of the half. New Mexico, 30 seconds.
And that puts the Lobos behind the chains.
And that's where the mishap maybe can haunt you when the play afterwards on 2nd and short, and you give up a sack, and now you're against the chains on 3rd and long. But again, that's the way the cookie crumbles.
So now you don't have any timeouts to play with. You do have 42 seconds. You're currently in Luke Drizwicki's field goal range. You can't take another sack. How aggressive with your play calling are you here, Dontrell?
Personally, I'm very aggressive, and I think Coach Slice would be aggressive. But what that means is you got to get your plays going to the outside, your corner routes, your routes that lead you to out of bounds. And I think that's kind of the mentality. I can be aggressive with control.
Be a very long field goal from this point, about 49 yards if New Mexico does not pick up a single yard. They give it to McKinney, and McKinney will try the right side. Inside the 30, down to the 28 for a gain of 4. And now, 4th and short, and here comes Drizwicki.
And that's where, again, right now you'd have a timeout, you'd have an opportunity to set yourself, and now you're we used to call it hurry-up field goals, where you get out, there's time running, and you're not going to have a timeout to set yourself, but you get out there and you practice these things, and you execute when the time is needed.
A field goal here for Driz, and he is the all-time leading scorer for kickers in Lobo football history. It is on the way, and it is good. From 45 yards, Drizwicki passes David Margolis for 2nd all-time on the career scoring list and number 1 against Lobo, among all Lobo place kickers. The leading scorer all-time, of course, is my broadcast partner, Dontrell Moore. And that's a pretty cool list that Drizwicki has been climbing over a 4-year career as the starting place kicker.
Yeah, just excited for him, and just consistency, right? I know just as well as he knows that you have to be consistent. In order to do that, you have to get the opportunities, prepare yourself for those opportunities, and make the most of them. And that's what Luke Drizwicki has been able to do over his career as a Lobo.
We'll have Lobo head football coach Jason Eck here in just a moment. New Mexico takes a 10-0 lead into intermission. Coach Eck, thank you for being with us here at halftime. A slow start for your football team today.
Well, our defense is playing their ass off. It was a slow start by the offense, and the offense still is not good enough where we need to be. But I think it's unfair to our defense to say that. They have 68 yards. Our defense is playing their ass off. We got to play better on offense, and it's self-inflicted stuff that we can control.
What would you like to see from the offense in the second half, Coach?
Everyone doing their job. We had too many things that are the Lobos beating the Lobos, and we're not executing. I don't think it's anything special they're doing. We're just screwing things up.
Thank you very much. You can tell that Coach Eck is not happy with his team's performance in the first half here today, Dontrell.
Yeah, he is. He wants some things to change, and I understand when you perfection, it's what you want. You want them to be better.
The Lobos a big, long scoring drive to take a 7-0 lead. They add the field goal from Drzwicki late in the second quarter. It's New Mexico 10, CSU nothing at intermission on Altitude Sports.
The power of we believes in you. It advocates for you. It completes your circle. It makes sure you have the strongest circle possible. And with Intermountain Health in yours, you'll always have the care you
I think
need
it's still 7-0.
to live the healthiest life possible. That's the power of we. Intermountain Health.
Ford assembles the most vehicles in the U.S. That's a commitment to keeping America strong. And to our veterans, active military, and first responders, we are proud to honor your commitment and service with a special offer just for you. From America's most awarded brand for new vehicle quality.
For a limited time, all active and retired military personnel and first responders can receive $1,000 exclusive bonus cash only at your local Ford stores.
The Freestyle Libre 3 Plus sensor tracks your glucose in real time. And over time, it can help lower your A1C. This is progress. Learn more and try for free at freestylelibre.us.
There are different ways to get to the future. Fidelity can help you save for and live in retirement with a free personalized plan. No matter what your future holds, Fidelity can help you take on retirement.
There's a new fantasy basketball game this season, and it's the easiest way to get your fantasy fix. Introducing Yahoo Fantasy High Score, the official season-long fantasy game of the NBA. Here's how it works. Draft 10 players, start 6, and set your lineup once a week. Every bucket, steal, rebound, assist, and block earns you points. But only the highest scoring game for each starter counts towards your team's weekly total. It doesn't get any easier than that. Sign up for High Score today at nba.com/playfantasy.
Picks 100.
Live and local with Jeremy, Katie, and Josh in the morning.
I love you guys. I love this morning show. You guys bring so much energy.
Thank you,
I'm going to save that audio and send it to the boss.
Yeah. Denver's best music.
I don't think it's a tough game. It's good defense.
Mix. Jeremy, Katie, and Josh in the morning. Denver's best.
All right. Don't want to get no copyrights.
Outdoor TV will never be the same thanks to the new Game and Fish TV.
Now that's what we're talking about.
It's all free, all adventure, all the time.
Oh, it's amazing.
World-class outdoor TV for free.
What's not to like?
No one saw this coming, except, well, us. And maybe him.
I want a river dance so bad up here.
Game and Fish TV. All free, always. Watch now on GameandFishTV.com and your favorite streaming platforms.
Windrock Wonderland. Windrock Wonderland.
Windrock Wonderland is back. Join us Friday, November 28th from 2 to 6 p.m. for a holiday market and tree lighting. Come back Saturday, November 29th from 12 to 4 p.m. for a holiday stroll market and festivities. All at Windrock Town Center.
Windrock Wonderland. Windrock Wonderland.
And now for a weather update. The polar vortex is bringing a lot of snow. Good news for a white Christmas, but just be safe getting home. This storm will be here through the night, as will I.
The greatest measure of the season is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
It doesn't feel like Christmas this year. Why you say that?
For 36 months.
We're back at halftime at University Stadium. I had a chance to sit down with Daniel Hughes, Ray Guy Award watch list punter of the New Mexico Lobos. Here's part of that conversation. Dan, it's great to be with you, man. Thanks for doing this.
Thanks for having me.
It's awesome to have you. And
So, I get it. I understand.
Really well.
Yeah, we're 6-3. Things are good at the facility right now, so good time to be a Lobo.
I guess it is. What is it like over there? I mean, you guys are in almost uncharted territory.
I have nothing to compare it to. Obviously, I got it in July, so in the previous years, I don't really know what it's been like here, but from what I've heard, this doesn't happen very often.
That is true, and it's fantastic what's going on over there. And I guess it starts at the top, doesn't it? What is Coach Jason Eck like?
He's the man. He's the man. Again, I have nothing to compare it to, but I think I've been so lucky with having him and Coach DePrado as my two coaches my first year. So they're amazing to work with.
You mentioned Coach DePrado, your special teams coach. What about him?
Yeah, I don't see Coach Eck too much, but Coach DePrado,
Well, that's
I'm with
good.
all day, every day. He's been
Maybe that's something well, if you already put it up, I'm saying maybe you have to like decorate it, put ornaments and stuff.
And you're having a spectacular year. It's got to be kind of surreal.
That's nice. Okay.
Yes and no. Yes.
Well, that might make it, that might make the spirit probably cheer up a bit.
I've waited so long for this, so I'm grateful that I've got it, but I'm not surprised.
Not surprised because you put in the work, but the road traveled is so long. It must feel like it's been forever to get here.
Yeah, in a weird way, yeah.
I'm not even sure where to start, but let's go back before Pro Kick Australia because that's kind of when the American football thing started for you. But there was so much that came before that. You told me that you feel like you'd be playing at the highest level Aussie rules football right now. If you'd had things together a little bit better when you were a kid?
Yeah, for sure. So how I am now, I wasn't like that when I was in my teens, in my early 20s. The discipline wasn't there, the training wasn't there, the work ethic wasn't there, and just my priorities weren't there either. So if I was doing what I'm doing now back then with that sport, there's no way this conversation would be happening right now. I'd be in Australia still.
So you had the talent, you had the skills, but you didn't have the commitment.
No.
What's the difference?
I'm older now. Yeah, I'm older. I've experienced a few more things. I'm a bit wiser now. My upbringing as well was a bit of a left field. Not that it was an excuse, but when you haven't got a father figure around, it kind of pushes you in a certain direction, and you haven't got that male figure there being like, "Hey."
I don't know if if you still here, man, but
you didn't have a father figure from the jump, right?
I still haven't.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what about your mom? That means that it was single mom time. She must be amazing.
Yeah, she's the goat. She played two roles, mum and dad, but yeah, you can't have one or the other. You need both. So I was loved as a child. I was raised very well, but just without having that father figure there, went on a little bit of a different path than what I'm on now.
There were some challenges, weren't there?
Yeah, definitely.
You struggled with sort of partying and doing things that distracted from what you probably should have been doing.
Yeah. I was always very clever and always loved my sport, but came from nothing. Mum had a lot of mental health issues, trauma induced from her experiences in life. Amazing person, but things that are out of her control. And then my way of dealing with that was I'd work or I'd be at school Monday to Friday, and then Saturday night I'd be out partying or doing whatever. So trying to be a professional athlete doesn't line up.
At some point along the way, you became an entrepreneur. How did that happen?
It was by default. So as I said, mum got stuffed over pretty bad by my dad. She became financially financially unstable, wasn't doing too well. I didn't want to end up like that. So I ended up dropping out of school when I was 16, did my apprenticeship, qualified at 19, worked for myself for a couple of years, and then started my construction business at 22. It was, probably about 12 months in, started turning over six figures. By 23, 24, as in when I was 23, 24, I was doing seven figures. I was off the tools. I had 25 employees any given time. I was booked out for years in advance, but wasn't happy.
Unbelievable, though, doing high-end residential construction, mostly in Melbourne?
All in Melbourne.
Let's rewind, though. No small thing to drop out of school at age 16. How did mom feel about that?
She wasn't happy. She said, if you're going to leave, you got to get a job. And I was like, all right, I'm done. So I got a job and never looked back.
At the University of New Mexico's Anderson School of Management, you'll find the graduate education, support, and connections to elevate your career. Apply today for one of the University of New Mexico's master's degrees in Business Administration, MBA and Executive MBA, Project Management, Accounting, Cybersecurity, and Business Analytics. High quality, affordable, flexible, online, or in person, where Lobos do business.
And now for a weather update. The polar vortex is bringing a lot of snow. Good news for a white Christmas, but just be safe getting home. The storm will be here through the night, as will I.
The greatest measure of the season is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2026 TX350 for $559 a month for 36 months.
I could get used to this.
Me too.
Whether it's a staycation, a playcation, or that adventure you've been dreaming about for years, there's something special about making it happen together. When you save with intention, even the smallest moments feel big. At Ducenda Credit Union, we're here to help you create the moments that matter most.
What was that track? How's it going, man? Alright.
Rewind, fast forward, watch live or on demand. And multi-view to see it all at once.
Nelson punch, let's go! Yes!
Get the new annual plan and save $40. Sign up at altitudeplus.com, then download the app today.
Not much. What you been up to?
It continuously works to help prevent asthma attacks. So game days are better. Girls' days are better. Even Mondays are better. Dupixent's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma. It's not for sudden breathing problems. Some people felt their asthma symptoms improve in as little as 3 days. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. Get help right away for face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark-colored urine, tingling or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor of new or worsening skin symptoms, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop other treatments without talking to your doctor. Ask
That's good, man. That's good. Happy to hear you're doing well.
I need help fixing my sink.
Okay, let me find a tutorial for you. Do you have a pipe wrench?
Is this it?
Maybe I should schedule a plumber on Thumbtack.
Good call. You the man.
When it comes to Colorado's express lanes, every line tells a story. See a single or double dashed line? That's your cue. Enter and exit the express lanes with ease. But if you spot a solid line paired with a dashed line, remember this. If you're closest to the dashed line, you're cleared across. If you're closest to the solid line, hold off, or you'll pay a fine. Learn more at coloradoexpresslanes.com.
We're back at halftime at University Stadium. It's been all New Mexico defense in the first 30 minutes. Alongside my broadcast partner, Dontrell Moore, I'm Robert Portnoy. The Lobos have shut out CSU in the first half. While New Mexico's offense has sputtered, the defense has really stepped up.
They're flying around. They're playing Lobo football. Eck and company, Brawley back in the lineup. The Lobos are flying around and making tackles, creating pressure, doing exactly what the Lobo D has done the last few games.
Brett Carhu with the sack right there. The Lobos getting penetration from multiple different places. Austin Brawley's first game since opening week, and he's been spectacular, Dontrell.
Yeah, he really has, flying to the football. You see the energy, you see the enthusiasm about just being back in a Lobo uniform.
And there's linebacker Mercury Swain with the TFL. And look at this, multiple hats to the football, and there's the coach's son, Jackson Eck, number 6 in the cherry.
Yes, sir. And the thing that I like, Robert, is seeing how awesome they are, the energy, the explosion, all of the energy that they're providing for this Lobo defense and this football team.
And a great PBU by Drew Speech right there. That was a critical one for the New Mexico defense as the Lobos have a 10-0 lead at the break. You can see the halftime stats. Total domination by New Mexico's defense, D-Train.
It really has nowhere to go for this Colorado State Rams offense, nowhere to throw, nowhere to do anything, and the Lobo defense has been stymied exactly how they wanted and what they drew up.
New Mexico outgaining Colorado State 213 to 68 in the first half. The Lobos on top of visiting Colorado State by a score of 10-0 at intermission at University Stadium.
The power of we connects you.
About to get into the third quarter pretty soon. Once again, big props to CSN, the Creative Sports Network, for the opportunity to show y'all these Mountain West games. We got college basketball coming up throughout from now till about the middle of December, and some other events too. And if you're interested in being able to broadcast these on your channel, please reach out to me, and I can get you on board.
Your way, every game. Live featured events put matchups front and center. Countdown clocks keep you locked in. Altitude Plus puts you in control. Rewind, fast forward, watch live or on demand. And multi-view to see it all at once.
Nelson Budge, let us go! Yes!
Get the new annual plan and save $40. Sign up at altitudeplus.com and download the app today.
Mix 100.
Live and local with Jeremy, Katie, and Josh in the morning.
I love you guys. I love this morning show. You guys bring so much energy.
Thank you.
I'm going to save that.
I appreciate you, Pizza.
Denver's best music.
Mix.
Jeremy, Katie, and Josh in the morning. Denver's best music all day. Mix 100.
Oh no, it's closed.
What about my letter?
I'm
Hey,
mute?
Alexis, call Uncle Brian.
I'm not muted.
To the North Pole. Emma! Oh no!
The greatest measure of the season
He did get my letter.
is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
Oh, I already did it. It's already over.
NX models.
You're a fan. You've noticed the Lobos are looking good this year. Epic media days. Killer intro videos. Meet the team behind your team. Half-Life has been the top commercial production company in New Mexico for over 20 years, bringing Hollywood's production values to the Southwest top brands. Half-Life is proud to be the official production company partner of the Lobos. Half-Life, serve the story.
Hold on to every memory this time of year and make it another December to remember, because the greatest measure of the season is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2026 RX 350 for $509 a month for 36 months.
Hold on to every memory this time of year and make it another December to remember, because the greatest measure of the season is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2026 TX 350 for $559 a month for 36 months.
Temperatures into the low 70s in Albuquerque, New Mexico today from Mountain West action on Altitude Sports. Offense is a little chilly in the first half. 10-0 New Mexico at the break. They lead visiting CSU, trying to knock off Colorado State for the first time since 2009. 13 straight tries. The Rams have defeated the Lobos. Mountain West football is brought to you by Vectra Bank Colorado. Put the financial professionals at Vectra to work for you. Big enough to count, small enough to care. Learn more at VectraBank.com. A division of Zions Bank Corporation, N.A. Member FDIC. Colorado State won the coin flip. They deferred, so they get the ball to start the second half. What do you think the message from Coach Eck was to his Lobo team at halftime, Dontrell?
Obviously, from his interview, you heard that he was upset about the way the offense had played, loved what his defense was doing. So I think he just simply said, listen, let's get out of our heads. Let's start playing football, play Lobo football, execute at a high clip, and do the little things correctly. And I think that's a simple fix.
Did you sense that the offense was a little tight in the first half?
I really did. I think that they were kind of unsure of how to kind of navigate this. They, weren't as fluent as they normally are. Jack was off kind of a little bit throwing some passes, and that happens. I've been in those moments multiple times where the call doesn't match the energy, or the energy doesn't match the call, then the energy doesn't match the execution, and it's just something they have to settle into, right? You're in a position to get to 7 games. You're a 2-touchdown favorite, and that is a different theme for them. And so you have to adjust. And, Robert, there's the bye week. That does cause some rust. No matter how much people try to display, you can be rusty.
It does look like Darius Curry is going to start the second half at quarterback in place of Jackson Brusso. Remember, his foot was rolled up on a tackle in the first half. Over the middle, it's caught. This is Tommy Maher for a nice first down pickup. They're going to mark him all the way to the 40 for a gain of 15 before Mercury Swain brings him down.
And what you see right there by Darius Curry is just calm in the pocket, different than maybe Jackson Brusso was showing early in this game. Just a presence there. He's going to be able to move around. You talked about being able to do the RPO, so changes the dynamic for the Lobos.
A redshirt freshman. Handing it off here to Lloyd Avant. Lobos bottle him up. Maybe even a TFL. It was Eck and James Newby for a loss of a half yard.
Again, with Curry in there, changing the dynamic, he's going to pull that and comes out the backside with his running ability. So the Lobos have to be aware. And that obviously opens things up for the Rams if they haven't done much on offense in that first half.
No surprise that the top 2 tacklers in the first half, 2 of the top 5 tacklers in FBS this year, were Long for CSU, Eck for New Mexico. Curry looking to throw, and it's intercepted. Austin Brawley, his first game back since the season opener at the Big House in Ann Arbor, and Brawley with the pick sets up the Lobos in plus territory on the turnover.
Chomping at the bits to get his opportunity to get back on the Lobo uniform, and you see Curry just staying and waiting and goes late. You cannot throw late over the middle or toward the outside, and Brawley just opportunistic right there, watches it in and picks the interception. Now you get the different look right here, pouncing his feet, just doesn't set his feet correctly, throws behind, interception. Lobos in business.
The transfer from Ohio, Brawley.
Yo,
with Spence Nowinski.
What's good, John?
The defensive coordinator of the Lobos there a couple of years back. Brawley at Ohio from 22 to 24. Spence, of course, spent last season at Memphis, but he had Brawley at Ohio before that. Absolutely loves the young man. Lobos will go from the pistol. Lane hands it off to DJ McKinney. Straight up the left hash mark for a pickup of 4. Nice, hard, tough, inside running from McKinney. Chase Bella with the tackle.
Yeah, and CSU has been on top of trying to keep the ball in the middle and not let him get to the edge. And I wonder if Coach Slice makes an adjustment here, the offense coordinator for the Lobos, into maybe getting to the edge more, running some of those outside zones or those sweep plays to get him secure in the edge.
Motion Bankston out of the backfield and put the tailback in the slot to the right of the formation. And Lane looked that way initially. He's going to be sacked. Brought down by Jaseem Mitchell, one of the linebackers, and we know CSU is not just going to rush that front three. They're going to bring pressure from all over the place. They maybe didn't do it as much in the first half, but look at him coming off the edge.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't do it as much in the first half as we expected or even talked about, but you see that on the replay there, it comes off the edge. You know, you win your one-on-one battles. That's what football ultimately is. It is the ultimate team sport, but essentially you win your one-on-one battles and you have an opportunity to succeed. The Rams won their one-on-one battle on that play, and that's why they came up with the sack.
3 sacks already today for CSU. Had just 9 on the year coming in. Gorgeous.
Nice catch.
Throw to Keegan Johnson. That is a bread and butter staple of the Lobo offense for 19 yards.
Absolutely, partner. It really is. They're just comfortable with each other. 2-step drop, fire on the backstroke, give Keegan an opportunity to make the adjustment and pick up the first down.
Tempo again after the big play. Damon Bankston up the gut. Solid first down pickup of 5. Second down coming up.
Yeah, and sometimes it doesn't have to look beautiful. It doesn't have to look, cute. You just have to get the ball down the field, execute at a high clip, and you get the ball in the end zone.
Time out for an injury.
CSU player is down. They'll say officially 4 yards on that carry for Bankston, so it'll be 2nd and 6 at the 18 of Colorado State.
And going back to Jack Lane and Keegan Johnson's chemistry on that back shoulder throw to pick up the huge first down, it's not just enough to know what you want to do. You have to feel it and have this eye contact, right? Like the play call at UNLV where they looked out and, talked to each other, get the little signal, and then, big play. That camaraderie, that comes from training. That comes from, spending time together, going to dinner together. Those are the things that, people don't get to see, Robert, that show up in the games in those critical moments, and you execute like it's nothing, and that's why you see Keegan and Jack, as you see Jack there, 9 for 15 with 152 yards, and the big conversion to Johnson on the play before.
Lobos in the red zone, twins to the right, single wide to the left, direct snap. It's Bankston. Breaks through the first hit. Good tough running, but the ball is out, and it's recovered by CSU.
Oh my goodness.
A Lobo turnover.
In the field is a fumble recovered by Colorado State. First down.
What you'll probably see here is just what happens. You're fighting and fighting for extra yards. You see in the replay here, he's down, it's out, away from his body. And as he's trying to transition it back into, looks like Jace Belligis, who has been playing really well for the Rams, gets in there and just pulls it out. And another turnover, another fumble for Bankston on this game.
Yeah, that was a beautiful, big rip right there by Bella.
And like you said, he didn't even dress the first 2 games of the season. And now he's playing big, has 4 interceptions, and now the strip fumble there for the Rams.
After the pick thrown by Curry, Jackson Brusso is back at quarterback for Colorado State. A lot of time here for Brusso. Tippy-toeing to his left, and ultimately will have to throw it away. Flag comes out late in the secondary. Sometimes that signals defensive holding.
All day in the pocket right there, and you're asking, your Lobos or the defense to guard for a long time with no pressure, and that's probably what it was.
Holding, number 20, defense, 10-yard penalty, an automatic first down.
So Wheezy Kaiwan McCray whistled.
And again, when you're not getting pressure with your front four, you're asking your secondary to cover a long time. And it's hard, even if there's not an all-world receiver, it's hard to guard any D1 football player for 25 seconds, it seems.
81, Rocky Beers, the tight end in the slot left. They're going to run the wide receiver screen with Beers leading the way. Tay Lanier will be tackled by Jackson Eck after a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 of the 29.
And just think about where Jackson X made that tackle. The play started on the near hash, and he made that on the sideline on a receiver screen. And that's just want to and motor. And you see him right there, just 100 miles an hour left to right, knowing where the ball's going to be and then getting there.
When last we were on this playing surface, the Lobos' Jackson Eck scored his first Division I college football points on a safety. A carry for Justin Marshall. And nothing doing. Mercury Swain, one of the Lobos' outstanding linebackers, with a tackle. And maybe even a TFL. They're going to say no gain. 3rd and 6.
And you see the frustration right there on the coaching staff. You see Marshall on the graphic before, just frustrating that they can't get anything going. And now the Lobos can just feel like they want to pounce and put them down and add misery, insult to misery.
Lobos playing without one of their defensive tackles, Gabe Lopez. Okiki Olufumi filling in at that spot, big number 17. Among the Lobos looking to put some pressure on CSU here. So Colorado State will take time out, and we will take it with them. Big 3rd down coming up for CSU on the other side.
It's the final game, folks. This one wins the series.
If it's important, it's not worth compromising, which is why with Farmers, you don't have to compromise quality to get great savings on your insurance. Here, take mine.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Bare Bottom's everyday adventure staples feel lived in from day one. Made from fabrics that feel soft, yet strong, with comfort woven into every detail. Designed for the perfect fit and ultimate comfort. Backed by thousands of 5-star reviews and over 1 million sold. Everyday favorites dialed in and built to wear on repeat. Bare Bottom.
The new Altitude Plus is here. Nuggets and Avalanche. Your way, every game. Live featured events put matchups front and center. Countdown clocks keep you locked in. Altitude Plus puts you in control. Rewind, fast forward, watch live or on demand. And multi-view to see it all at once.
Nelson punch, let's go! Yes!
Get the new annual plan and save $40. Sign up at altitudeplus.com, then download the app today.
Welcome back to the Duke City. And the Lobos on top of Colorado State 10-0. Peek into the CSU huddle out of their called timeout. Very important 3rd and 6 coming up for Colorado State. Their play caller is Grant Chestnut, their tight ends coach. Look at that, Dontrell. Literally half the league in the Mountain West is already bowl eligible.
Say what you want, right? Good football played in the Mountain West. Good football played all over the country.
The largest University Stadium crowd in November since 2007 in full throat on a CSU 3rd and 6. Brusso stands in the pocket, feels pressure from James Newby, throws into flat. Marshall out of bounds, short of the line to game, and the Colorado State Rams will have to punt.
Yeah, they got pressure right there. I thought they would dial up something quick and not have Jackson Brusso just kind of sit there, but the Lobos got there and then try to get it out in the flats, but nothing doing. Again, complimentary football. The fumble by Bankston doesn't hurt you when your defense flies around. They make tackles and they're aggressive.
For a second time in this game, Austin Brawley, who has not caught punts since the opener of the season, is back to receive the punt from Brian Hansen. Average of over 47 yards per kick for Hansen, 6th best in all of FBS. This is just a howitzer inside the 10 and down near the 5 where it'll be touched up. An absolute bomb.
That exploded off of his foot.
If my math is right, that's a 68-yard punt.
Gross and net.
My math is correct.
It usually is, partner.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. Not at the very top of my skill set. Scott Trey Humphreys the tailback.
Yeah, and he's the guy that they want in the game, Robert. If they're going to get in between the tackles, they want to get in the A, B, C gap right in there, in between the hashes. He's the guy that they want to get inside.
Scotttray's going to get it. Slams it ahead off left tackle. Did the ball come out again? Did CSU create another turnover?
No way.
On the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Colorado State.
Oh my gosh. What is New Mexico doing?
Oh my goodness.
Again,
huge sudden change play, and I believe Andrew Lorick has recovered the fumble for the second straight time.
Yeah, and he came in low on Scottray, and what happens is you put that ball kind of toward your center to protect you when they're going low, and you can't put your hand down, and he came out, but you see Coach JJ there talking, the running back coach for the Lobos, talking to Scottray.
The ruling on the field of a fumble is under further review.
The only thing for the Lobos potentially is was there a shin or a knee down, and they'll take a look at it, but
wow, the Lobos literally keeping Colorado State in this football game with the multiple sudden change plays.
And there's a chance.
Jeremy Naborn Owens, it looks like he's the one who makes the hit.
And it looks like there's a chance his shoulder maybe, the side that he could be down before contact. You can't see up that initial play, but maybe on the backside is where they're going to have to see. And again, what was the call on the field of fumble? So they have to see something that says that it was not indisputable evidence. So see what the call is.
And that's the key point.
Yep.
And you mentioned it earlier.
Yes, sir.
The call on the field is so critical because if there isn't any evidence, clear evidence to change it, then they'll leave it as it stands.
And you see in this angle here on the replay, there's a chance to me that the ball's not moving. I just don't know that you can see the ball very well from that angle that he fell on the ground and then the ball came loose. There we go. I think this will be an opportunity to see. We'll see if the ball's moving at all. And yeah, I think it comes out late after the shoulder side hits the ground, but we'll see. There you see again, Coach JJ right there, the running back coach for the Lobos talking to Scottray about it. And again, if you see him kind of come here and then watch the left shoulder, it's not moving there, then that left forearm elbow hits the ground, and then it comes out unless they see it moving before that.
This would be the third lost fumble of the game for New Mexico if it stands.
After review, the ruling on the field of a fumble is upheld. First down, Colorado State.
So Nolan Dumas brings the news to the faithful here at University Stadium. And New Mexico's defense is backed up. First and goal, Colorado State. Third fumble, third lost fumble for New Mexico today. Their low red zone quarterback is Taj Bullock. We'll see if he comes in at some point. They flip the jet sweep here to Kennard, and he's run out of bounds on the far sideline. Gain of 1.
And the Colorado State Rams haven't gotten there very many times, only 22 times in the red zone all year, but they are great when they get there, to the tune of almost 73%, 19th nationally inside the red zone. So they have their execution and opportunities, even though they're minimal, they execute inside the red zone.
Keep an eye on Darius Curry at quarterback. We told you about the zone read and the RPOs. Inside give, Marshall nailed. Big play by Mercury Swaim, who's having a heck of a game for the Lobos.
And I just love his energy. You can have play recognition. You can have, being able to dissect where things are, but he just has a motor and energy to go with it. It just makes it fun to watch.
Officials, timeout for an injury.
Braden Hales, one of the guards for Colorado State, is down. Mercury Swaim is all over the place today. That's his 6th tackle. Only Jackson Eck with more, with 9 for the Lobos today. Still a huge disparity, 242 to 93 in total yardage. The Lobos leading CSU this afternoon.
And that being said, right, Robert, they're a touchdown, 10 yards, 9 yards away of making this a 3-point game. And that's football, right? You get the yards, but if you're not executing, and more importantly, you have 3 turnovers, teams can stay in the football game.
Already at this point on the field, an excellent position for a short field goal attempt. So you would expect it to be a 1-possession game at the end of this, however it turns out. And you're right. That means that you're 1 play away from tying the game. All right, we're going to take a timeout. CSU with a big 3rd and goal at the 9 on the other side.
Winrock Wonderland, Winrock Wonderland.
Winrock Wonderland is back. Join us Friday, November 28th from 2 to 6 p.m. for a holiday market and tree lighting. Come back Saturday, November 29th from 12 to 4 p.m. for a holiday stroll market and festivities. All at Winrock Town Center.
Winrock Wonderland, Winrock Wonderland.
Outdoor TV will never be the same thanks to the new Game & Fish TV.
Now that's what we're talking about.
It's all free, all adventure, all the time.
Oh, that's amazing.
World-class outdoor TV for free.
What's not to like?
No one saw this coming, except, well, us. And maybe him.
I want a river dance so bad up here.
Game & Fish TV. All free, always. Watch now on GameandFishTV.com and your favorite streaming platforms.
The new Altitude Plus is here, and it's loaded. New look, new features, new shows. Watch up to 4 feeds at once. Chat it up, talk your talk right in the app. If you live for Avalanche hockey, Altitude Plus is your season pass. What are you waiting for? Let's go, baby!
Sign up at altitudeplus.com.
They just announced attendance of 27,526 here at University Stadium. That's the largest November crowd for a Lobo football game since 2008. It's been 17 years since this many have packed the stadium for a November game. And a huge one it is for the Lobos, already bowl eligible. 3rd and 9 for Colorado State. Down 10, mid-3rd. Curry pulls it, wants to throw it. Looking for the tight end. Caught at the 5 and nailed on the outside. That was Ryan McConnell, the backup tight end, and now 4th and goal from the 3.
My PP brother, what up, proper?
Just indecisiveness.
How are you, brother?
Out to the tight end way earlier than he did. Just kind of get it out. But again, 4th down here, CSU's going to go for it.
John Johnson with a terrific tackle, short-handed tackle. Curry, the quarterback. The tailback, Avant. Twins to both sides. Beers, the tight end, slot right. Fake jet motion. Curry wins the throw, has his man caught. Touchdown. It's Rocky Beers. His
chilling, wanting to relax, but I'm married and that's not allowed. Woof.
A PAT away from 3.
Yeah, even with the domination in yards, 242.
I'm laughing. I'm gonna laugh kind of low because I ain't trying to get smacked. I feel you though.
His ability to get open in the red zone is where most of his touchdowns, not all of them, have been. He had a 48-yard long one. But other than that, it's been inside the red zone, and you see it right there.
The point after is secured by Isaiah Hankins. Beers with his 5th house call as the season. CSU's right back in it.
Ryan Miller invests the way he wants to invest.
Ryan sets his investments to automatic.
That was easier than I thought.
That voice stays in the car, right?
What voice?
Talk about easier investing.
Morning, Pete. Coffee's on and your Uber's on its way.
You know, I've been thinking, maybe I should just go by Peter now?
Peter Davidson. Not bad.
Sounds like I'm going to try and sell you an extended warranty.
How about Petey?
I know a dog named Petey.
Little P or Big D?
Oh, what about Double P?
Yeah, how's everything else though,
man?
You know what? I think I'm just going to stick with Pete.
Pete, I like it.
I like you too.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew, Black Friday.
Initiating great time to buy sequence.
Black Friday deals engaged.
Ford SUVs are go.
Bronco family built wild. It's go time.
Built Ford tough trucks are a go.
And go.
What's that one do?
Oh, you'll see.
This is how you do Black Friday.
During the Ford year-end sales event, get 0% limited term APR financing with 0 down payment and 0 payments for up to 90 days on a 2025 Ford F-150.
Time is running out on Olive Garden's never-ending pasta bowl. So first round, get your go-to. Second, have what she's having, what he's having. Go on, try it all while you still can. Starting at $13.99.
You can see Coach Eck there for a moment on the iPad. Rules change from last year allows the use of sideline technology, and teams from the Mountain West, CSU and New Mexico today are perfect examples, enjoying the iPad Pros and iPad Airs, looking at multiple angles of in-game film so that the coaches and the players can make some real-time adjustments. It gets the athletes up to their highest level. Dontrell, how about if you'd had that back in your day?
Every time I look at those things, I get excited about the opportunity to come off the sideline. You get able to see different angles. You get to see what just happened. You can make adjustments, and that would just give you the edge. And the beauty is, like you said, is both teams get that same edge, and it's just imperative on you or incumbent upon you to execute after you find those edges. But those iPads are just spectacular.
So Hankins smashes one through the back of the end zone for the touchback. You can see it was a gift wrap touchdown there. The Lobo turnover set up CSU first and goal. They used all 4 plays available, 7 yards, a 3-yard touchdown pass from Curry to Beers, and it's a 3-point game.
And here you are. If you're the Lobos, right? You were the favorite. You've been playing well. You're bowl eligible already. You have 27,000 fans who come to watch you play. What do you do now that the game is tight? Do you execute? Do you do the things you've trained to do?
Jack Lane at quarterback, off the play fake. Has a wide open Dorian Thomas streaking at midfield. Thomas bangs through a tackle to the 45-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 20 and a New Mexico first down.
And when in doubt, go to one of the best tight ends in the country, right? Gets him open on the backside. Jack Lane just calm, collected, makes the throw. Calm yourself down, do a little play action. And you see on the replay, and just drops it in there for a huge gain on first down.
Gain of 30. Once Thomas double covered down the sideline, he makes the grab out of bounds. Incomplete.
Yeah, again, go back to him. He's double covered. He's still throwing to him. He comes up a little gimpy there. Hopefully he's okay, but a great catch just out of bounds. All the way out of bounds. You see him on the replay right here. But a dot, as the kids would say. You dropped it in there just a little outside. Just a bit outside, as Bob Uecker would say.
He might have gotten the wind knocked out of him, Dontrell.
Potentially. I saw him kind of grabbing his groin, too, so I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was initially noticed, but.
2 tight ends set up. It's Mappa and Keith to the left of the formation. 2 wide receivers to the right. 4-man pressure for Lane. A lot of time. Throws behind the intended receiver. Ziel Smith incomplete, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and you see Jack Lane doing the sit down with his hands, and you know, quarterbacks tend to do that sometimes when they throw behind those receivers or they wanted them to stop, but that was a miscommunication by the receiver and the quarterback on that play.
Jack has been so efficient all year. Just 10 of 17 passing today. He has 4 of the top 16 single-game completion percentage performances in Lobo football history. Not as efficient today so far. They bring extra pressure.
Ooh! Oh, he dropped it.
Had it and then lost it when he hit the turf. Jahari Rogers on the coverage.
It was great hands right there, and he would have been in, but you got to take that into the ground. He just kind of airs it up a little bit. Again, what they've been trying to do, and now have to punt. But let's see. Yeah, no, it's got to control the ball into the ground, I believe.
Yeah, did not complete the process of the catch there. So an opportunity for Daniel Hughes to pin Colorado State deep once again. flag comes out. This on the Lobos, and
Prior
just
to the
back them
snap,
up 5.
False start, number 8, offense, 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
So Day Buchanan moved a little early. Won't impact this pin punt opportunity for Hughes.
Yeah, makes it better. Yeah, you see him just kind of.
Just a little flinch.
A little flinch at the Colorado State gunner. Made him flinch a little bit. You got to sit in there tight.
Javian Kennard back at his 10. Hughes strikes this one. Got a little too much of it. Sails into the end zone, and Colorado State will take over at its 20. So the defense for New Mexico's back out on the field. And Colorado State now, they could put together a drive. They could go down and take a lead.
And that will be a thing, right? Can they put together a drive? Haven't shown that they've been able to do that. Or, in many games this season, obviously they did it against Fresno State, but the Lobos have been up to the task.
It's still Curry. Pumps left, rolls right, incomplete. Looking for Maher.
Again, you just don't have, if you're the Colorado State Rams, you don't have confidence in who's in at quarterback if they're not being protected. And again, they're not protected. Again, they've given up 25 sacks on the year as opposed to 10 just last year. And pressure. Every time they're throwing, they're stepping back, they're dropping back, there's pressure.
Yeah, next to last in the conference in sacks allowed, and 116th out of 136 FBS teams. The redshirt freshman Curry wants to throw. It's a little low. Diving attempt by Antwi. They're going to say he caught it. Makes it 3rd and 5.
Again, he had pressure right there. Kudos to Curry for standing in and making that throw. I thought maybe it skipped on the ground before it got to Antwi, but here they are, 3rd down. Can the Lobos get off the field?
Wide receiver screen, the Lobos were not set. The personnel was not right. And Colorado State finds Armani Winfield for a 1st down pickup out to the 34-yard line and a gain of 9.
Yeah, and that's when you're trying to substitute or you're trying to figure out what your personnel is, and they go hurry up, and the Lobos, caught out of position there for an easy pickup on 3rd down.
Big gainer here for Avant. 10 in all. Another 1st down for Colorado State.
And again, the theme is if they feel comfortable enough, can they create doubt? Now there's doubt in this football game. If you're a Lobo defender, can you do what you've done all game and continue to fly around the football?
Lobos bring extra pressure on Curry and swarm him under a convention at the quarterback. Jackson Eck and Keyshawn James Newby and Okiki Olorufumi.
Yeah, just a party at the quarterback right there. Everyone's open, everyone's unblocked, and again, they just want it more. You see on the replay there, multiple people with the opportunity to get a sack on that play.
Eck first in. Tavian Combs got in on the party as well. Looking to set up the wide receiver screen to Winfield. There were 2 men between the quarterback Curry and Winfield, and Curry's throw sailed high. Keyshawn James Newby got his hands up.
Yeah, they just sniffed it out. The Lobos have done their homework. Coach Spence Nowinski, the Lobo defense coordinator, talked about them watching film, getting in their Jackson X meeting and getting everybody together to watch a film, and it shows up on those plays when they recognize based on formation.
3rd and 18. Curry with twin setbacks. Looking to throw. 4-man rush. Beers.
Oh.
1st down inside the 45 down to the 43. 31 yards.
And you think about the throw right there by Curry, stepping in and the catch by Beers, knowing you're going to get popped, steps back, knowing there's pressure, stands in and fires a strike over the linebacker under the safety. perfectly thrown ball.
Gutsy throw. And stood in forever before he let that fly. First and 10, Colorado State in New Mexico territory. Down to 4:10 left in the third. Curry off the play fake. Looking backside on the out route. Caught. That's Maher. Combs knocked him out of bounds. To the 29. 14 yards. CSU first down.
And what you feel with football games are about themes and momentum. And you can just see CSU feeling like there's momentum and there's understanding and there's a rhythm that they have in offense that they haven't had all game.
Curry's going to throw again. This is Marshall out of the backfield. Stood up at the 28. Gain of a yard. They split out the tailback. Marshall. Kaiwan McCray is there. So is Dimitri Johnson. Nice to see Dimitri back into the game. He was shaken up early on in the first half. Counting toward the 3-minute mark. And a 2nd and 9 now for Curry. Rams throwing it almost exclusively, and it's that man, Beers, the tight end. The Lobos can't find him, and they can't stop him. It's a gain of 11 and a chain mover for Colorado State.
And also what you see here with Curry is looking off to the left and coming back to Beers. That's confidence, right? You start to feel a rhythm, and you feel smooth within the offense and the play calls. Now you're looking people off. You're affecting the line of scrimmage. You're affecting the secondary with your eyes, and you come back to your playmaker Beers for a first down.
Twin setbacks for Curry. The redshirt freshman quarterback trying to engineer a Colorado State comeback. But Keyshawn James Newby all alone to the quarterback for a huge sack. Back to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, when in doubt, pin him back and go, right? Keyshawn James Newby's been wreaking havoc all season. He's not blockable out there. He got off the ball like a jet. Was able to get the sack.
The Lobos sack leader. 2nd and 18. First one of the day for James Newby. 6.5 for the year. Play clock down to 3. They get it snapped. Nowhere to go for Lloyd Avant. The Tulsa transfer buried by Eck and Newby.
Yeah, and again, if you're Colorado State, what are you thinking in your mind? Are you thinking a field goal? Are you thinking I'm trying to get myself inside that I'm going to try to go for this on 4th down? It's all about your mentality. But if you're the Lobos, you now have them in 3rd and long. You have to get pressure with 4 guys if you're not going to blitz. And then protect in the secondary for the line of scrimmage.
James Newby,
the line of the game.
James Newby getting a breather here, Dontrell. The ends are Karhu and Agu. Slayton and Booker in the middle. Curry settles into the pocket against 4-man pressure, fires his strike. It's caught at the 13-yard line, well short of first down yardage, but Colorado State in position off the completion to Antwi to attempt the tying field goal.
And again, you play against the sticks, like I said, if you're the Lobos, don't give them anything over the top, and you come up and you tackle. And again, they were already in field goal position, and now it just makes it a chip shot.
It'll be a 30-yarder. Isaiah Hankins, 4 for 8 on the season, 1 of 2 in field goal attempts against UNLV last week. This one is pure, and it splits the uprights, and Colorado State has scored 10 unanswered to tie the game at 10 with 18 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
And that's why you play the game. Literally why you play the game. You never know how it's going to turn out, but you have to execute it. Again, you go back to the 3 fumbles, and this is where the game turned. And Colorado State has made the most of those turnovers, and you could see the confidence building on offense. And now you see how the Lobos can answer.
14 plays, 68 yards, 6.5 minutes. And the 30-yard field goal for Hankins, his 5th of the year. And we're back where we started. Dead even at 10. All tied up. With just over 15 minutes to play.
You see the rallying crew right there for the Lobos, the shirtless guys in the stands trying to rally the Lobos, kind of create some new energy in the second half.
See if it catches on.
Special teams is a big part of the game if he gets an opportunity to return.
Hankins, the kicker for CSU, has a pretty big leg. He was at Baylor, transferred to CSU. Bombed a 54-yarder a couple of years ago for the Bears. Touchback, and here comes the Lobo offense. Ball security and get to work here.
Simple, simple. What would you do, Dontrell? Hold on to the football, execute.
Lobo turnovers have been one of the big stories of the game.
For me, Robert, it is the story of the game. You see the one by Bankson, he has two, and then Scott Trey has the other one. And again, they have to hold on to the football and still stay true to what you're trying to do, run in between the tackles.
Pistol set up, Lane looking to throw. Low looking for Sean Miller, and it bounced. Miller thought he made the catch.
Correction. Incomplete pass. Second down.
And again, Jack Lane kind of guiding that one just a little off, as you noted with the completion percentage. You see on the replay, see if we can get a good look. And I think he maybe got his hand underneath that and made the catch.
The ruling on the field of an incomplete pass is under further review.
And Miller was demonstrative about it, right? He felt he caught that ball. No hesitation, looking over at his head coach. And I know when you're in those positions where they have the replay, you want them to review it. You know, you get up and your coach either trusts you to challenge it or trust them to take a look at it, and we'll see what they come up with here.
Sean Miller, the Illinois transfer. Here's a good look from the end zone camera.
Again, it just looks like a catch to me. Can't see the ball hitting the ground underneath.
And one more time, Dontrell, will there be definitive video evidence to change the call on the field?
And that is the scary part. We'll get a great look right here, yes, to see if it goes underneath. To me, the nose of the ball kind of rubs the ground, but that's control, because it doesn't, you can still hit the ball. The ball can still rub the ground, but if you're in control, which he was, it can be a catch. And to me, that angle right there that they just showed, which was special, that he controlled that football and it'll be a catch. But
it sure does look like his hand is underneath the football.
Correct.
Here, Dontrell.
I would completely agree. It's under. Yeah, and the only thing that they could say essentially is that the latter end of the toe, the nose of the football rubbed the ground, but his hand was underneath it. So we'll see what they say. Again, what was the play on the field?
After review, the ruling on the field of an incomplete pass is upheld. Second down.
So not definitive video evidence to change the call on the field. And as we talked about, that's why it's so important what the call on the field is, because there's just uncertainty sometimes with the replays. There's really nothing that can be done about that.
And they can't. And if they had called it a catch, I think they keep it a catch in that situation.
Yep, that's one of those plays that could swing either way.
Yep.
All right, so trips to the right and twins to the left, and it's a 2nd and 10 and an empty backfield scenario here for Jack Lane in a 10-10 ball game. This could be the final play of the third quarter. The Rams showing some extra pressure. They'll bring 5. Lane, the inside screen to Thomas. Dorian is free for a first down and more, and the ball came out again. Did CSU create its 4th fumble and recovery?
The ruling on the field is a fumble recovered by the defense. First down, Colorado State.
And again, turnovers are a part of this game. They want it. They feel hungry. They feel like there's the momentum. Great call by Coach Slice, the offensive coordinator. Get Dorian Thomas underneath. You see on the replay here. And he's just going. He's got to put that ball away. He doesn't see him, and he comes out and just punches it out. Yep, and it's clearly out and clearly recovered. And with 4 turnovers this football game for the Lobos.
Lamondre Joe is the man who knocked it out. Number 7 in the white jerseys, and their captain at linebacker, Owen Long, top tackler in FBS with the recovery. 4 fumbles, 4 lost fumbles. The story of the ball game so far.
Absolutely. And if you're shell-shocked if you're the Lobos, but again, your defense has played well. So just remember that, stay on top of it, execute, fly around the football, and maybe force a turnover of your own.
No Keyshawn James Newby on the field for the Lobos for this first snap. Curry, shallow crosser, out of bounds near sideline. Completion on first down.
That is the end of the third quarter.
As time expires on the third quarter. He finds Kean Higgins. It'll be 2nd and 5, CSU at the Lobo 33 when we come back.
Discover accommodations at their best at Santa Clara Casino Resort. Nestled in the beautiful Espanola Valley, just north of Santa Fe. Our stunning rooms and suites offer the perfect escape. Book your stay today at SantaClara.com.
And now for a weather update. The polar vortex is bringing a lot of snow. Good news for a white Christmas, but just be safe getting home. This storm will be here through the night, as will I.
The greatest measure of the season is how it makes you feel. The December to Remember sales event.
Lease the 2026 RX 350 for $509 a month for 36 months.
Discover gaming at its best at Santa Clara Casino Resort. Exciting promotions every day of the week. Plus luxury car giveaways every month. Don't miss out on your chance to win big. Play today at SantaClara.com.
Outdoor TV will never be the same thanks to the new Game & Fish TV.
Now that's what we're talking about.
It's all free, all adventure, all the time.
Oh, it's amazing.
World-class outdoor TV for free.
What's not to like?
No one saw this coming, except, well, us. And maybe him.
I want a river dance so bad up here.
Game & Fish TV. All free, always. Watch now on GameandFishTV.com and your favorite streaming platforms.
The new Altitude Plus is here. Nuggets and Avalanche. Your way, every game. Live featured events put matchups front and center. Countdown clocks keep you locked in. Altitude Plus puts you in control. Rewind, fast forward, watch live or on demand. And multi-view to see it all at once.
Nelson finds Landis. Yes!
Get the new annual plan and save $40. Sign up at altitudeplus.com, then download the app today.
Mountain West Football is presented by Intermountain Health, helping people live the healthiest lives possible. Colorado State with a 2nd and 5 at the New Mexico 33 after the Lobos' 4th lost fumble of the game. CSU bidding for its first lead of the afternoon. Not a lot of space for Lloyd Avant. Darren Agu at his feet. Other Lobos help to cause 3rd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, and if you're Coach Spence here, the defense coordinator for the Lobos, you cannot sit back. Let's see if he decides to kind of bring some pressure off the edge, get to the young quarterback to make him force his way, make an errant throw, which they've done this season. So, big play in this football game.
The quarterback is the redshirt freshman out of Long Beach, California, Darius Curry. More than 27,000 on their feet. CSU takes its 2nd time out of the half.
Second, charge from out of the half, Colorado State, 30 seconds.
This is the biggest piece of the story today. The Lobo turnovers, 4 of them in all, Dontrell.
And they've all been, the running backs. Sorry, the first 3 were the running backs and then Dorian Thomas on the last one, but just not holding on to the ball and CSU being ball hockey, right? You see Jace Bella stripping it out on the last one. And you see Lamondre Joe stripping it out and then making a play. Typically when you have it like that, you tell yourself, okay, you have nothing to lose on offense, but on defense, they're saying, hey, let's strike and hit the ball. And and it's worked. And the Lobos have just turned the ball over, and that's why they find themselves in a football game.
Couple of fumbles by Bankston. One by Humphrey, the one deep in Lobo territory. And now the Thomas miscue has set up Colorado State with an opportunity to take the lead. Big 3rd and 3. Motion Beers, the tight end. Throw the wide receiver screen. Very close to the line to gain. Antwi, did he get there?
They're saying yes.
Move the chains. Ohio State transfer. Antwi was there for 3 seasons. Original 4-star recruit to the Buckeyes. 1st and 10 at the New Mexico 28. The redshirt freshman Curry guiding the ship in the second half. Tavian Combs flying up to bring Lloyd Avant down. Gain of 1.
Yeah, again, what you want from your safety right there is play recognition and an accelerated explosion through the football. You don't want them sitting and waiting, and that's exactly what Tavian Combs was able to do.
Combs in his 6th season.
Been through a lot as a Lobo.
Back in 2020, the COVID year, was the first UNM true freshman to start on defense since legendary linebacker Dakota Cox 12 years ago. Curry through the hands of the intended receiver. Incomplete to Avant. Catchable ball.
Yeah, it was a little hot. You're running as a route. You're running a route as a running back, and you want that ball to kind of be dropped in there. Definitely catchable ball, but just a little hot. And fortunate for the Rams that didn't bounce up and get picked off by the Lobos. But here we are, another 3rd and 9.
From the Rams' perspective here, if you're the redshirt freshman quarterback Curry, if you can, stay away from the sack.
Right.
Your kicker Hankins has plenty of leg. Don't want to back him up any farther than necessary. Lobos will look to bring pressure. They're stacking the right side of the line. Curry's pass deflected, intercepted. He's all alone to midfield, to the 40. Brawley's 2nd pick of the day, down to the 21 of Colorado State. Austin Brawley, Johnny on the spot.
Johnny on the spot is exactly what you say. You're waiting for the deep cross. And what happens when that gets tipped, I said that on the last play, if it gets tipped over the middle, fortunate enough that wasn't picked. It was absolutely picked right there. It was over the middle. And Brawley right where he's supposed to be, accelerating it, changed the trajectory of this football game for the Lobos right here. You see in the backup, the tip, 45 tips it up, Carhu there, and then just Brawley says, I gotcha. And now let's try to get this to the house.
Brett Carhu having himself a football game as well. Huge play. Bats it in the air. Already has a sack this afternoon. Carhu, the Memphis transfer, sets up Brawley for his 2nd interception of the day. Pistol setup. A poor exchange.
Fumble. It was another fumble on the exchange right there. And Jack Lane, smart, gets on the football. If you're the Lobos, you got to calm down. If you're a leader on this football team, you got to get in everybody's face mask and say, guys, let's calm down. Let's play football. That's what leaders do. That's what good football teams do. They find a guy that just says, hey, let's get this going. Let's calm down. Put one in the end zone.
There was miscommunication there. He and McKinney were not on the same page at all.
Correct. Who's pulling? Is it a give? Is it a keep?
Keegan Johnson on the wide receiver screen down to the 12. We're going to say at the 13, gain of 8, 3rd and 2 coming up.
It's a great call by Coach Slice, the offense coordinator for the Lobos there. Calm, collective throw. What's an easy throw, a play we work on to calm everybody down. Coaches are also in that. What can they do to put their imprint on this football game outside of X's and O's? And that's make calls and plays that are low risk, high reward.
Lobos 4 of 10 on third down. Can they convert this big one? DJ McKinney will try the right side and come up, it appears, just short. We'll see where the spot is. Needed to get inside the 11.
Here we are, fourth down. A little bit short. Again, you could take the points and go for the lead, but for me, this is the mentality that I feel like they've played with, you know, is confidence and execution. You look into the huddle and you see the offensive linemen imploring each other to do what they're supposed to do, get some movement to try to pick up this first down.
Lobos go heavy. Isaiah Silliman, the extra offensive lineman, and it's blown up in the backfield. No, Jack Lane pulls it and keeps it on the zone read, and Lane walks it in for the touchdown from 12 yards out. New Mexico takes the lead 16-10.
Absolutely, Robert. I called it earlier. You and I were talking about it, keeping them honest. Remember, I talked about it. Keep him honest on the pull. And what about the timing of that, right? And Jack Lane rides, and just walks in for the go-ahead touchdown. For me, it's the moxie, the control, the execution, and the willingness to do what you're supposed to do in big moments. Doing ordinary things under extraordinary circumstances are clutch players, and that was Jack Lane and Coach Slice on that play.
The all-time leading kicker in scoring in Lobo football history, Luke Drizwicki, is good on the PAT, and New Mexico has gone back in front, 17-10. Jack Lane out the backside.
I need help fixing my sink.
Okay, let me find a tutorial for you. Do you have a pipe wrench?
Is this it?
Maybe I should schedule a plumber on Thumbtack.
Good call. You the man.
It's the year-end sales event with the Ford crew, Black Friday.
Initiating great time to buy sequence.
Black Friday deals engaged.
Ford SUVs are go. Bronco family built wild. It's go time.
Built Ford tough trucks are a go.
And go.
What's that one do?
Oh, you'll see.
This is how you do Black Friday.
During the Ford year-end sales event, get 0% limited term APR financing with 0 down payment and 0 payments for up to 90 days on a 2025 Ford F-150.
The new Altitude Plus is here. Nuggets and Avalanche. Your way, every game. Live featured events put matchups front and center. Countdown clocks keep you locked in. Altitude Plus puts you in control. Rewind, fast forward, watch live or on demand. And multi-view to see it all at once.
Nelson punch, let us go! Yes!
Get the new annual plan and save $40. Sign up at altitudeplus.com, then download the app today.
Make a smooth transition from saving for retirement to living in it. With a free personalized income plan that can help you make your money last. No matter where your days take you, Fidelity can help you take on retirement.
Back at University Stadium, New Mexico takes advantage of the turnover. The Austin Brawley INT return sets him up in plus territory. And the Lobos pay it off. A 12-yard keeper in the zone read. Jack Lane walks it in, and New Mexico goes back in front 17-10. That group is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, Dontrell.
Yeah, the fellas are rallying each other there. You look down and you say, hey, I want to go take my shirt off and go rally the Lobos, and that's exactly what they're doing.
Mountain West Football brought to you by Vector Bank Colorado. Put the financial pros at Vector to work for you. Big enough to count, small enough to care. Learn more at VectorBank.com, a division of Zions Bank Corporation, N.A., member FDIC.
He just told me no.
Grant Glasgow strikes the kickoff here into the end zone for a touchback. You know, the kickoff specialist, there he is, Glasgow. Daniel Hughes, the punter, talked about Glasgow, said it is incredible how far he bombs his kickoffs with an unusually short run-up. Some guys will take 14, 15-yard run-ups, and Grant is only about 7 or 8 steps, and it's amazing how much he gets it.
Yeah, he loads up with, like you said, not a lot of time and explodes the lower part of that football and puts it out of the back of the end zone multiple times.
So now Colorado State asked to come from behind once again, and it's still the redshirt freshman quarterback Darius Curry. Curry feeling pressure from Keyshawn James Newby. Circles to his right and fires, and it's caught. Terrific catch by Levon Brown for a gain of 12. CSU first down.
Yeah, John Johnson was in position right there, but you see Curry using his skills and just throws it out there. Just a perfect ball.
I think his left foot was in
with the
at
right
the
foot
point
out.
of the catch. Yep.
Yep.
More Newby pressure. Flag is out as Curry is chased out of bounds far side by Newby after a gain of 3.
Newby's gimpy, asking for a 1. Hopefully he's okay.
Illegal formation on the offense. More than 4 players in the backfield at the snap. 5-yard penalty. Replay first down.
So they didn't have enough men on the line of scrimmage. Brett Carr, who will take over for Keyshawn James Newby.
And that is an embarrassment of riches, right? In that situation, Newby comes out, Carr who comes in. You don't miss a beat there, so Lobo's fortunate. Hopefully Newby's okay.
Curry looking to throw. Tight end screen to Beers. Nice, sure-handed tackle for New Mexico by Azariah Bear Lavelles, the Stephen F. Austin transfer.
Yeah, what I liked about Lavelles right there is he just was patient. There was multiple blockers out there as they set up the late evolving screen, and Lavelles just stayed at home and made the tackle in the open field.
Bear had the big fumble recovery 2 weeks ago in Vegas. 2nd and 13 for Curry. A lot of time. It's intercepted.
What?
It went right through the hands of the intended receiver. That's Caleb Coleman out of bounds on the far sideline. The Lobos' 3rd pick of the day.
And there you go. It is a turnover issue. It's been a turnover game. They've had 4 of their own, and now they've turned the tide the last 2 possessions with the Brawley interception, and now that one from Coleman, and they're in business inside the red zone. Wow, yeah, there you see on the replay just behind him a little bit. He pops in, he's paying attention. Lets the offensive lineman kind of catch him. They'll probably razz him a little bit on that, but again, Lobo's in business.
Maher had a chance to make that catch. It wasn't the best throw, but it was a catchable ball. My goodness, the Lobos had created 4 interceptions this season, Dontrell. For the season, through 9 games.
Correct.
They have 3 picks today. Chance to go up 2 scores. Inside, give to McKinney. Maybe a yard for DJ.
Yep, and if maybe Coach Slice has something under his sleeve to kind of put this game and give a little more space for the Lobos to breathe here, and they have to be thinking touchdown. If you're a Lobo team that has aspirations of something bigger.
Officials timeout for an injury. Media timeout.
Have to put the hammer down here.
We'll take timeout. Just under 9 minutes to go. Lobos up a touchdown in Albuquerque.
It's Bedlam tonight here in Boise.
The crowd is pumping at the pit. This place is electric.
Outdoor TV will never be the same thanks to the new Game and Fish TV.
Now that's what we're talking about.
It's all free, all adventure, all the time.
Oh, it's amazing.
World-class outdoor TV for free.
What's not to like?
No one saw this coming, except, well, us. And maybe him.
I want a river dance so bad up here.
Game and Fish TV. All free, always. Watch now on GameandFishTV.com and your favorite streaming platforms.
Congratulations to Mix 100's Jeremy, Katie, and Josh.
And Nina Blanco, who were all big winners at this year's Colorado Broadcasters Association Awards.
Jeremy, Katie, and Josh were named Best Morning Show.
As well as the best radio station personalities in all of Denver.
And our girl Nina was named the Best Afternoon Show.
Thank you for choosing live and local and listening to Mix 100, Denver's best music. Mix 100.
Some heady company for Lobo first-year head coach Jason Eck. How about that second name on the list right there, Dontrell, with 7 wins back in 1958. Most football fans know who Marv Levy is. Not many know that he was the head coach at the University of New Mexico.
They know him, Buffalo Bills and all those Super Bowls, but Eck has absolutely, come here and set the city on fire.
Can the Lobos deliver a big blow here? Lane looking to throw. Crosser to Thomas, incomplete.
They had the cross to Thomas, and they had the wheel route to Bankson out of the backfield. And I think he had his guy beat. Jack Lane didn't want to throw it, and then they've scored on that play, and that's what it was set up. And he just comes back to Dorian, and Dorian takes his eyes off of it. No, catches it, and it's just knocked out by their all-world leading tackler in the country, Owen Long.
Long comes from a very athletics-inclined family. A brother Dylan that plays baseball at Cal Poly Pomona. Brother Jake that plays baseball at Santa Ana College. Lane's going to throw this one away.
Flag.
There is no foul for intention of grounding. The pass went beyond the line of scrimmage. 4th down. And there is no foul for an Edgewood player downfield because the quarterback legally grounded the pass.
So New Mexico will bring the field goal unit on. And Luke Drizwicki with one of the biggest kicks of his New Mexico Lobo career. A chance to put his team in front with 8.5 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. By 10, should he knock this through, making a 2-possession game. Luke strikes it with the right foot, and he splits the uprights. 35-yarder for Drizwicki to make it a 20-10 New Mexico lead.
Yeah, answering the call right there. You get hit in the mouth, get up. You get hit in the mouth, you get up, and the Lobos strike. They would have wanted the touchdown right there after the interception by Coleman, but they make it a 2-possession lead. And with the way the defense is playing, you have to feel comfortable about your chances.
Driz really has saved the best for last, hasn't he, Dontrell? Took over the starting place kicking spot midway through the 2022 season. I think it was Game 7 when he became the starter for good, and he's been that guy ever since. Has been extremely consistent since then. This has been his best year. He has missed 1 kick. That is it. And that one hit the upright.
Oh, yeah. Again, consistency. Whenever you're second all-time on the all-time scoring list, it's because you're consistent. He's took over the job and never looked back. That's a testament to his hard work, a testament to his focus and execution.
Came into today, Luke Drizwicki. 75.4% success rate on field goals. Number 4 all-time in Lobo football history.
We'll see if you have a chance. I doubt it.
That's the kickoff.
What's up, Herbie? Welcome back.
Glasgow, the Montana transfer, who started his career at Kansas in the Big 12.
No, they're part of the 7. So I'm doing the greenies first.
Glasgow pounds another one 8 yards deep into the end zone, and CSU will have it at the 25.
And I got about 3 other brands.
Nice to see him healthy. Glasgow dealt with the calf issue early in the year, a nerve thing that was really confounding him, and thankfully they've got it figured out, and he is just crushing it right now. There's Spence Nowinski. His unit's been the star unit today. The Lobo defense. He's the defensive coordinator for New Mexico. They're asked again here with his team up 10 at the 8.5-minute mark. Colorado State back on offense. Fly sweep to the freshman. He's going to turn it backside. Can he turn the corner? He gets the first down. Gain of 12. Kennard, the Nashville, Tennessee kid, out of bounds on the far sideline.
Yeah, and you see why they like that kid. You see the explosive, dynamic ability right there by Javion Kennard. And Lobo's fortunate he doesn't bring that out the backside.
Who do you think is going to be in the playoff? Are you talking about college?
Program record tying.
I don't care as long as Miami get in. And Miami winning 31-0 right now, so I feel good.
Javion Kennard.
We just need teams to lose.
Pearl Cone High School. Lobos bring a couple extra men. Curry in trouble. He'll be sacked. Brian Booker first there. Dimitri Johnson in on it as well. Jalen McIver, part of the convoy.
Yeah.
Officials timeout for an injury.
And you just see right here on the replay, I talked about it in the keys to victory. Number one was pressure with purpose for the Lobos, timely blitzes. And that's exactly what that was right there. You brought the blitz, they weren't able to pick it up, and they get the sack.
Liam Wortman make his way to the sideline of the Rams. The right guard for Colorado State. Loss of 3 on the sack. 4 wide receivers set up for the quarterback, Curry. Tailback is Avant. Curry rolling left, firing left, low. Looking out here for Amani Winfield. Coverage from John Johnson, the Lobo corner, the transfer from Montana State.
You see him just trying to roll out there. Again, there was the rhythm, and they were on point. They were doing a lot of things well the previous couple of drives before the interceptions. And now you see when, you know, what you've done or kind of what you've been all season, which is up and down, rearing its ugly head. But can the Lobos get off the field on 3rd down?
3rd and 13. The 47 is the line to gain for Colorado State. Curry over the middle. Caught. Beers with an unbelievable catch. Brawley delivers.
Call a flag?
And a flag comes out. Complete to the 49 for a gain of 15 and a Ram first down.
See if it was just a shoulder. It was a great throw and a great catch by Beard. And if it's just a shoulder,
that's a shoulder. That's clean. That's clean.
You think things have changed, right? You want to protect football players.
The ruling on the field is a completed pass. Personal foul. Targeting number 21.
Ain't no targeting, man.
The field of targeting is under further review.
He hit him with the shoulder. He did not hit him with the helmet.
Ways that targeting can be called. It does not have to be leading with the helmet.
Correct.
It doesn't have to be helmet to helmet.
Defenseless.
He's not defenseless. He caught the ball in air. That's a bang-bang play.
Agreed. I agree, Robert, wholeheartedly what you're saying there. There's multiple things, but I'm saying I think the initial reaction to me is that everything is always, you know, personal foul, and sometimes there's just a good hit.
Right.
The timing, he was there right on time. He's trying to
nah, that's a clean hit, man. Stop playing.
Shoulder pads and ribs, so they'll take a look at it.
Don't eject that man for a clean hit.
Hopefully make the right call, but
yep, that's a very clean tackle, it does appear. And
yeah.
They've got an opportunity on replay here to overturn this one.
And that's okay, right? You make the call, and then you fix it with your opportunity to do so.
After review, there is no foul for targeting. 1st and 10, Colorado State at the 48-yard line.
What the big hit by Brawley masks is that Colorado State was in danger of having to punt, and they convert a 3rd and 13 to stay alive in this football game. It is nice to see Beers up and walking off the field under his own power. The outstanding tight end for Colorado State.
Yeah, made a heck of a catch over the middle. Knew you were going to get popped and stood in there and picked up a first down. As you said, that was 3rd and
11 and 13.
Yeah, thank you. 3rd and 13, and he caught it and picked up the first down right at the first down marker. So big catch, and hopefully he's okay. But a great throw too by Curry.
Officially 14 yards where they mark him down at the 48. Curry in the gun. 3 wide receivers set up for Colorado State. Show jet motion and look to throw. A lot of time for Curry this time. In the flat to Levon Brown. James Newby chased him out of bounds near side after a gain of 3.
Yeah, they tried to go for the deep post to Armani Winfield. The Lobos had double coverage, and I thought he was going to throw the young freshman, being duped into making that throw, but he was not, and just dumped it down.
The grape stuff?
This one's complete to Kennard.
On my side.
Look at the feet on Kennard.
It's more
to
like
the 45.
the tree is definitely on my side.
Johnson and Edwards combined on the hit.
Yeah, you see him. He was bottled up there, still able to wiggle out and make something out of nothing.
Okay. I'll check when the game is over.
Short 3 at the New Mexico 44. Colorado State down 10. 6:10 left.
Yeah, I mean, Indiana's gonna be in the playoff if they don't lose. I mean, they should be in the playoff even if they don't win the Big Ten, because I mean, you more likely going up against. That's more likely gonna be. Well, I don't think them and Ohio State are in the same division, but I could be wrong. So Indiana, Ohio State, you got all these dang teams in the SEC. Texas A&M, who barely survived after being down 30-3, coming back winning 31-30. Alabama again. Notre Dame. And that's the thing. Here's my thing, right? Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's gone. Oh, he's gone. Wow. My thing is this. Miami beat Notre Dame first week of the season. And then for Notre Dame to be higher than us, the committee needs to consider that. In terms of letting us in.
Second touchdown throw for Darius Curry. Avant's first receiving
Damn,
touchdown
UVA is whooping on Duke. So Duke is going to go down to 4-2. We're going to go to 4-2. But then Virginia goes up to 6-1.
And Colorado State draws within 3 at 20-17.
Georgia Tech. Whoa, yes! Georgia Tech is losing. Yes. Thank you, Boston College. That's what we need.
18-second drive. Capped off by Curry to Avant.
Everything is working in our favor. We just need teams in the top. We need the top, any teams in the top 10 to lose, so that we can come up. We're winning big right now. Georgia Tech is about to lose, so they're going to go to 5-2. Well, it's still the third quarter. So if Georgia Tech loses, they'll go down to 5-2 in the conference. We'll go up to 4-2 in the conference. That means that UVA will go to 6-1.
And number 6 is wearing number 65.
Had the right call there.
And then, is Pitt playing today? Pitt lost to Notre Dame.
Well, the rally group for the Lobos,
and that doesn't count for anything.
A different location. They're going to come right down behind the Colorado State.
SMU.
To try to change up the mojo one more time. CSU has regained the momentum, and they've drawn within 3 with just over 5 minutes remaining.
They play Louisville next week.
Win of the year, it would be their first under their interim head coach.
Duke is losing.
Tyson Summers. New Mexico looking to get to 7 wins for the first time since 2016 and ensure.
So we just need Duke to lose. They're losing to UVA. Damn, son.
Kickoff through the back line of the end zone, and New Mexico will take it over first and 10 at the 25. Well, you talk about the 4-minute drill, right, Dontrell? And they're actually 5 minutes and 9 seconds remaining, but the offense has a chance to go win the game.
Yeah, the 4-minute drill, you can run it as, even as late as 6 minutes on the clock with the idea.
Yeah.
Go get a couple of first downs, run the football, keep the chain moving, keep the clock rolling, and win the football game on your terms. And let's see if the Lobos can execute at a high clip here and do what they think they need to do, which is win the football game and not give the ball back to the Rams.
This is DJ McKinney turning the corner, near side numbers to the 29. It'll be a gain of 4.
Got to stay in bounds, got to hold the ball, execute, ball security.
Coach Eck extremely upset about something there before the first snap of this series.
There's a lot going on, right? Some tense moments. Expectations are high, and you want to win. You want your football team to win.
38.5 my
27,000
behind.
on hand.
That was a straight L.
Everything matters.
4 wide receivers set up for Jack Lane here. That's the tight end Thomas motioning. McKinney gets another carry. Patient run for DJ to the 32. 3rd and 3. Gain of 3.
Again, let's see what Coach Slice, who has been dynamic all season, dialing up the right play
Big
at
Young.
the right moment, the offensive coordinator for
Big
the
Young,
Lobos.
baby.
What can he dial up in his playbook to pick up the first down? And again, this is what it's about, first downs in these moments in your 4-minute offense. Cannot be afraid.
Lobos just 4 of 12 on 3rd down so far today. 40% for the year. It's not been a strength of New Mexico, but it has been better here in the second half of the schedule. This one is critical. Shotgun snap to Lane. Lane throws to McKinney. He'll have a first down and more. DJ is loose to midfield. McKinney to the 45-yard line of CSU.
Simple, simple, simple. I've said it before. You do ordinary things under extraordinary circumstances. You see the pressure coming off the outside. Jack just calmly relaxes, throws it to the get-out-of-trouble guy. You're back in the right around. He reads it, and that's play calling right there. That's watching film. They're going to bring a blitz. We know exactly what we're going to do. DJ, if this guy comes off the edge, you turn around, I'm throwing you the football. It's literally that simple, Robert.
23 yards, and they say throw into the blitz, right?
Exactly.
Always throw into the blitz.
Yes.
Lobos go heavy here. Multiple tight ends to the right of the formation. Pistol set up, and McKinney gets the call. DJ, good, tough running. Look at the Lobo big fellas move the pile. Gain of 11. First down, New Mexico.
Sometimes it's about X's and sometimes it's not really X's and O's. It's about domination. You see it right there on the replay. Keep your feet going. Now let's get behind him and let's just push. Let's impose our will on the CSU Ram defense. And that's exactly what the Lobos did, as you can see on the replay there.
Lobos have cleared 100 rush yards for the game now, 111 to be exact. And New Mexico with the clock running, 2:15, 2:14, 2:13, and a 3-point edge has 1st and 10 at the 34 of Colorado State. The tailback is still McKinney, and it's a play fake. Lane's going to look to throw.
Oh.
Home run shot to Keegan Johnson.
Flag.
End zone, and the flag is out.
Yeah, bro. Flag. Yeah, that's going to do it.
Single coverage, and Jahari Rogers is going to be whistled for pass interference.
And that's exactly what it is. You get the bunch coverage. You can see he was just there early, cheating on the play, and it's an easy call.
Pass interference, number 4, defense, 15-yard penalty, and automatic first down. This is the 2-minute timeout.
We'll take timeout. Lobo center Caden Robnett will have to come out for a play, it appears.
Are we ready for this party?
Guests are on their way, and food and drinks were just delivered.
Now, what about the music? It's got to be my new one, right? Play it.
I'm a bad man. I'm a mass man.
I'm not sure this is right for your niece's party. She's turning 5.
Oh, I get you.
And Wayne?
Yeah?
Should we cancel the dancers?
Let's reschedule the dancers.
What day would work for you?
Just not today. Alexa, you're good.
With Ibotta, you can earn cash back on everything you need to write your most magical chapter yet. From the sweet treats that fill your table, to the toys that fill their creative hearts, and even the gifts that inspire them to dream big. Ibotta helps you save on all the little things that make the biggest memories. Ibotta. Celebrate more. Spend less. Download the free app today.
We're here for our convertible.
How about an SUV?
ist das Schiebedach?
Und hier ist die Sonnencreme.
Okay, let's move on.
Where are those trucks? We're right here.
Whatever it is, we're here for it.
Yep, still here.
Man, the Lobos students have taken over this football game. That is awesome. The shirtless section gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
And it's not just the student section, my man.
The students inspired it. Others have caught on as well.
Energy of a football game, right? It brings out the best in all ages.
Brings out something.
Maybe not the best, huh?
Pistol set up for Lane. McKinney the tailback. Fly motion with Smith. Instead, you hand it to DJ. Colorado State will take timeout here, it looks like.
Third and final charge from
Their
out of
last
half.
one.
Colorado State. 30 seconds. Would you please reset the game clock to 1 minute, 54 seconds, please? 1:54. Thank you.
Caden Robnett, the Lobos center. He came from New Mexico with that man. Came to New Mexico with that man, Jason Eck from Idaho. And the starting quarterback, Jack Lane. And the offensive coordinator, Luke Schleichner. How about having your center, your QB, your OC, and your head man all together as they bring the offensive system to Albuquerque? Looked like Robnett was shaken up before the Lobos and CSU got to the 2-minute timeout. He's okay. And UNM is now a first down away from putting this one away. 2nd and 9. Hand off to McKinney. Ball security of such importance now, and DJ tackled after a gain of 1. 3rd and 8 coming up.
And Robert, when you talk about the graphic that's been up there and Eck and his winning in his first season, what you just highlighted is why when people ask, hey, how does an FCS guy come and do this at an FBS? It's camaraderie. It's continuity. You got the offensive coordinator, you got the center, you got the quarterback, you got the head coach, and those things are an integral part of why you're successful when you have the mainstay positions on offense, right, all together in one. And I think that's one of the parts, one of the points on how he's been able to be successful early in his coaching career at the University of New Mexico.
The Lobos will use their first timeout.
First, charge from out of half. New Mexico, 30 seconds.
Let the full play clock expire there and take timeout with 1 second left on it and leave 1:07 on the game clock. You're up by 3 and you have a 3rd and 8 at the 17. You're in field goal position. This is an interesting scenario because a field goal doesn't change things a lot. Yes, you can't be tied with a field goal, but it remains a 1-possession game, and CSU would get the ball back with a chance.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're thinking. Hold them to a field goal. We're down by 6, and we have a chance to go win the game with not a lot of time. But if you're the Lobos, you're thinking, let's get a first down. So I dial up a play that's low risk, high reward, and try to pick up the first down. That's a screenplay, in my opinion, to Dorian Thomas. That's maybe Keegan Johnson on a back shoulder throw that they've been really, really good at, and to pick up the first down.
And certainly, whatever you do, don't turn it over. And whatever you do, keep the clock running. CSU can't stop it again, and you get an entire play clock after this play. You want that entire thing to run out.
You causing yourself to spit up. She spat up already.
Play clock is down to 7. McKinney is the tailback. Johnson in motion. Going to hand it off to DJ, and DJ straight ahead.
You laughing?
Inside the 13, near the 12. They're going to mark it to the 13. Gain of 4, where it'll be 4th down and 3.
Now you run the play clock all the way down and call your timeout and kick a field goal.
19 seconds on the play clock. Now down to 10 seconds on the play clock with about 20 seconds separating the game clock and the play clock.
Like spit up.
Like it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like normally that stuff don't smell like spit up. It's just milk.
Second charge from out of half. New Mexico. 30 seconds.
So it leaves the Lobos with one timeout remaining and CSU with not very much time.
So like anytime like I had it set up.
So you kick the field goal here, and then you kick off, and then you play good defense.
Kojak talked about this after the final play of the UNLV game. He felt like his team didn't defend the lateral play as well as it could, and it's more than likely that this game could end in a similar type scenario.
With the game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 21 seconds. 2-1, please.
And that's a great point, Robert, bringing it up, because if it comes down to that, he feels as though potentially there was some missed tackle or some missed play that they could have maybe taken that back for a touchdown. And they have some really good guys, Javion Kennard, those guys, Avant, who could potentially be in on the last play where you're lateral and get back. So it's a great point. But I'm sure they worked on that in the bye week, potentially how to cover those things at the end of the game.
The offense is out there, Dontrell. 4th and 3 from inside the 13-yard line. From the pistol, play fake. Lane looking to throw. Lane looking to roll. Lane will be tackled at the 18. So the idea there being, if you can't get the first down, run as much time off the clock as possible.
Yep.
With the game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 15 seconds. 1-5, please.
And the concept also is, Robert, if you get them sleeping, you have
a smoky
your other
smell
tight
from
end,
spit up
out the back
can
door,
indicate an
just
infant
with,
has
Kate
inhaled
Keith at
smoke.
the top, probably could
Leading
have threw
to
it up for a jump
potential-
ball, and if it gets intercepted there, he tackles them. And so, anyways, it's a smart play. Hold on to it, and now you just trust that your defense can hold them.
So they put 2 seconds back on the clock for a second time here in this endgame sequence. 15 seconds remaining for Colorado State. The quarterback is Curry.
No, it should have been in the
Lobos rush 3, and they spy Curry.
Like she
Curry
literally just stood
fires,
up and I just
and it's caught by
it was like,
Maher at the 33-yard line with 9 seconds left. Now remember, the place kicker Isaiah Hankins for Colorado State does have a big leg. His career best is 54 yards 2 years ago for Baylor against Cincinnati on the road. Time perhaps for 2 more plays for Colorado State. Curry is free. Curry fires. It's out of bounds and incomplete. And they'll have 1 play left. He's looking for Antwi on the sideline.
And here's probably where that play happens, the lateral and the end of the play that they Kojak didn't feel like they guarded.
She just smiled like, yeah.
So we'll see what kind of adjustments they make here, and they can end the game on their terms here.
With the game clock operator, please reset the game clock to 5 seconds. 0-5, please.
They'll add 2 more seconds back.
Third and final charge from out of the half. New Mexico, 30 seconds.
The Lobos take their last timeout to discuss this final gasp for Colorado State.
Great timeout right there. Let's make sure our game plan is intact. Let's make sure we understand what we're trying to do. Make sure we understand the expectations. As you see Coach Nowinski there, the defense coordinator for the Lobos, talking to his big guys, Carhu and Keyshawn James Newby there. He wants to get pressure, because ultimately, if those guys get home, Robert, there's no chance for a flea flicker or a hook and ladder and all those things, the laterals and things like that. So
there's Tyson Summers, the interim head coach of Colorado State. This is his 3rd game at the top of the flow chart for the Rams. Could be the last play of the game here. This one is caught over the middle. That's Lanier. The lateral's on the ground. It's recovered by New Mexico.
That will do it.
John Johnson jumps on it, and the Lobos win it 20-7.
Lobos are now 7-3.
Drew Speech might have been injured on the final play of the game, but there's Lobo head football coach Jason Eck. They have defeated Colorado State for the first time since 2009. 13 consecutive losses to the Rams. A streak comes to an end here in Albuquerque today, Dontrell. It wasn't easy, but the Lobos pull it out.
They did, and sometimes that's just how you have to do it. You want to play better, and you know that you want to execute on all cylinders, but with the turnovers and things not going their way, persevered. They persevered for the Lobos, and they got the W. It's that simple. Again, a 13-game streak ends, and then the end of an era, right? The end of a rivalry that I've been a part of. That who knows what will happen with Colorado State as they leave the conference.
It's a great point. When will the two teams that are separated by no more than about 6.5 or 7 hours on I-25, when will they get together again?
Yep. So the Lobos like that they went out on top, and there you see Austin Brawley back in the Lobo lineup.
Brawley played the opener at Michigan when New Mexico went to the Big House on August 30th. The foot injury had Brawley in a boot for weeks. The recovery complete. His return today. 2 interceptions for Brawley on the day, and we have him down on the field. Austin, congratulations. A huge win for your team, and you got back on the field to be a big part of it. What's the feeling like down there?
Man, thank you. It means the world right now. I pray to God to let him make me some plays today, and luckily allowed me to make some plays in front of these great fans, so can't wait to be back next week.
Austin Dontrell here, man. Congratulations. Walk us through the deflection on the pick that we almost took back to the house.
I was just playing in the middle of the field, reading the quarterback. I saw it get tipped at the line. I knew I was fast enough to get to there. I wish I would have cut it back, but I was a little tired, so.
Hey, you've really been working through injury to get back and healthy for your team, and I know you've just been champing at the bit the last couple of weeks, getting your, game shape back. What was the first play today like? I bet the adrenaline was pumping.
Yeah, adrenaline definitely pumping. After every single big play, adrenaline pumping so hard, I threw up a little bit after every single big play, but yeah, it was great being back out there. I can't wait to be back again next week. Teammates played amazing. Defense always stepped up when we had to, so great team winning. So I couldn't be more excited for the guys.
Last one, Austin. Your coaching staff said that while you were hurt, and some guys can pout and mope, you have been there for your team, in the meeting room, in the huddles, at practice, and helping them. You're a captain. Where did that come from? Where does that inspiration come from for you to be such a leader for these guys?
I mean, grew up football town, Massillon, Ohio. Kind of just taught us everything right. So I knew once I got hurt, it wasn't about me. It was about the team. It was about getting the players ready. They had to step up, and I had a lot of fun watching them play. Now I'm having a lot of fun playing with them.
Congratulations, Austin. Terrific game, buddy.
Yes, sir. Congrats.
Thank you.
Austin Brawley, Lobo safety, a pair of picks in his return to the field, and one of the stars for sure. New Mexico's defense owns the day today, Dontrell, and they defeat Colorado State 20-17. Coach Eck gets his 7th win, and he's now tied for the 2nd most wins ever as a first-year Lobo head football coach with legend Marv Levy.
Yeah, it's just awesome to see. Sometimes you don't win pretty, but can you rally the troops? Can you keep them believing? Can you keep them playing? The total yardage will end up being closer. At one point there was a huge discrepancy as the defense was flying around. But again, 7 wins for Coach Eck in his inaugural season as a Lobo coach. Who would have expected it? 75 new players, all the turmoil that you could say was going on around, all the transferring, and here you are, the Lobos more than bowl eligible, still open potentially for bigger things down the line depending on what happens around the conference. But congratulations to Coach Eck and this Lobo football team.
This one tested Coach Eck and his charges today for sure. The Lobos come out on top, but it was not pretty. UNM improved to 7-3, and the Lobos should San Diego State come out on top against Boise State later today. UNM, if they win out, they have a chance to go to the Mountain West Championship game. That'll do it for us on Altitude Sports. Lobos 20, CSU 17. Final in Albuquerque.
At the University
University of New Mexico.
Yeah, New Mexico won 20-17 over Colorado State.
Support
I'm
connections to elevate
gonna thank y'all.
Apply
Appreciate
today
y'all hanging out with
for
your boy.
University of New
I hope
Mexico's
y'all all
master's
have
degrees
a
in business
amazing evening.
administration, MBA, and executive
I will be
MBA,
back online a little bit later
management,
to complete
cybersecurity,
the last episode of Dispatch. And like I said, we have more sports coming up in the coming weeks, more college basketball, and a whole bunch of other events as well. So stay tuned. I hope you all have an amazing night. Thank you. Later.